I'll just let it be known that my computer needs like 15 million updates, so there could be any number of reasons why something doesn't work right now. I've avoided updating this thing for like the last 4 months. I don't know. But the goal for today pretty much is to go back on Star Citizen, see what's kind of changed. We were trying to get the ship. We tried to buy a new ship, and then I don't know. It's not going through. So hopefully I didn't accidentally buy two, but from what I can tell, it takes time for it to go through. The first one failed, I guess, and I'm doing the second one. The second one I'm going through PayPal instead of my regular way, so we'll see what happens. But I should, in theory, still have a couple of ships in game to play. Now, when it comes to my computer and stuff, like I don't have the best computer in the world, but it's not the worst, so we'll probably be all right. And we do have a lot of pop-ups and stuff going, but it's not loading super quickly at the moment. And this, because it wants me to update my PC, so it's trying to get me to close things out. So hopefully this works, but it should have updated. I'll try and restart it real quick. Maybe there's another update or something on here. But yeah, that new ship that came out, the starter ship, I kind of like, so I decided to buy that. It was like 60 bucks. And also the GravLab technology that they have for that ship, the way it flies is a lot different than a lot of other ships that seems to be in the game. So I'm not super opposed to having that kind of like alien space technology. It seems like most of my ships are like alien kind of ships anyway. If I play this game like any other MMO, it's gonna be like I'm gonna find the ships that nobody wants to fly that are like the worst, cheapest things, and then figure out how to make them good. But we'll see. Oh, my cam's working again. There we go. I still need to get a haircut. I was growing my hair out for a while. I have heard about the whole cookie ordeal with Pokimane or whatever. So like if you're hankering from some cookies, I don't know how, you know, across country shipping works, but I can make y'all some of my grandma's cookies. Oh yeah. Do like 2-day shipping or something in the mail. Even though like I don't think those things ever go bad. You just got to tell me how you want them. Okay? We got thin and crispy, we got thick and chewy. You got with nuts, out nuts, you know, classic options. What's interesting about like her recipe is how you cook the cookie changes how the cookie tastes. Like the thin and crispy cookies got that like really sharp flavor. So it's like you get a bit of that crispy kind of flavor and a really sharp flavor at the same time. Whereas like the chewy ones, it's like a really kind of like sweet tangy taste, and the cookie it's like stretchy, you know. But I grew up on those cookies. I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make them exactly like she does. I get close every now and then. My problem is when I make cookies, I have to quality control while I'm making them. So like out of every batch, I got to eat like one or two cookies. It makes me probably eat more than I should, but I've never really gotten fat off of her cookies, so it's kind of like kettle corn. I'll eat kettle corn and have no real weight gain from it compared to other things. I feel like we're probably gonna have to update my computer and then come back. Just by first glance, it appears to be kind of slow, and it's probably my computer, either like storage space or just the updates that need to be done. Because I need to update Google Chrome and my computer, probably my drivers, everything from the ground up. Oh, like if you played the Halo music right here, I would not, I would definitely feel Halo going on. Hold on, let me find that real quick. Halo intro music.
Does your insurance do whatever it takes for you? Because that's one thing you can be sure about with AAA. That's why they don't offer insurance. They offer insurance with 3 A's. Insurance treats you like a policy number, but with AAA, you're a member of the family. No shareholders. They only answer to you. Say goodbye to insurance and hello to over 100 years of legendary service. Get a quote and save up to 20% on auto and home.
Hopefully that ad stays on.
Don't miss out on Black Friday deals at Best Buy.
I can't minimize. Alt tab. There we go. Pause that. Actually, from what I just saw, apparently Asmongold likes PAX Day.
Almost every single MMO is either trying to be WoW or EverQuest or Ultima Online. So you have all of these games that are constantly focused around trying to be something that was in the past. And what I like about PAX Day, at least, is that it seems like this is a game that has a view, like a vision for the future. Not a vision for how can we make something that worked 20 years ago work again. PAX Day and Ashes of Creation are the future of MMOs.
After witnessing Ashes of Creation's development over the last 3 years, seeing Baldur's Gate 3 end up in a Game of the Year state, and then watching NCSoft try to scramble around last minute to fix a game that nobody asked for, it's made me realize...
Oh yeah, Throne and Liberty. I'm gonna play that. Unfortunately, they took out autoplay, so I'll actually have to play it.
Open development is a very viable and preferable way forward for gaming, at least in my opinion. And today, I'm going to talk about this in relation to Ashes of Creation and PAX Day. But before we get into that, our beautiful patrons and coped out the wazoo Twitch subs and I would love for you to...
Dragonflight's endings cutscene is everything wrong with World of Warcraft. Holy, we got a whole flipping village. We're building our own miniature Stormlight. Foxslayer said that we found an underground vampire catacomb ring. Holy shit! Oh my god! Magnificent loot trove. Everybody make a line. Oh, this is nuts. Oh, I died. Now, yesterday, we attempted to build a castle in the water, and we thought that it was impossible to do that. Well. All right. Yeah, we fucking did it. I was farming shit for this last night. And this is our own mini base on the way over there. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like last night, whenever I logged on, it was only the foundation. I actually had no idea what I was about to see whenever I turned around. I had no clue. I haven't logged on since last night. Alcatraz Castle, yep. We're gonna walk over there right now. Out in the middle of the fucking, of the lake. Walk, yeah. Turn left, you guys want to see that? That there? I don't know if we own that one or not. Do we own that one, guys, or not? Yeah, the one I'm looking at? I'm not sure. No, they have no clans, some new guy. Okay, so he's a random person. Alright, here we go. This is the castle right here, gentlemen. fucking god. This is insane. It's really fucking good. Yeah, I know. This little area. This is where we built out to yesterday. And apparently that wasn't enough. And so we built... Oh my fucking god. I saw Donta building last night. Holy fuck. This place is fucking massive. Oh my fucking god, this is insane. We've been trying to invite Craig into the guild for like... What the fuck? Holy shit! Oh my god, this isn't... You're thrown... No way. Can I actually sit on the chair? There's no way, right? Sit. Yeah, I can. Okay, give me a minute. Oh my fucking god. This is fucking nuts, man. I cannot believe this. We built all of this. It's not even we, like, bro, I collected rocks for like an hour last night. I collected clay and rocks for an hour, bro. They have been farming this entire time. I only did a little bit. Yeah, no, I mean, no, I did I did something. Go to the towers. Oh, I will. Holy fuck. The progress that's been made day to day is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I know. Oh no. Oh no. Holy shit. That is nuts, man. Okay. So let me look around. This is a castle that, like... And look, they have, like, natural light, too. Let's kill some shit? Yeah, I will. That's a good idea. Okay, let's go over this way and see what's in here. I don't even know exactly what I'm looking for or looking at. What the fuck? Are these all towers? Oh my god. Okay, alright. Let me go up to the top of the tower. Okay, so this is like the balcony area. I can't believe how well done this is. This is insane. Holy fuck. Look at it, bro. It looks OP. Yeah, this is insane, man. Holy shit. It's a giant fucking castle in the middle of the lake. This is wild, yeah. This is amazing.
See, this castle in this middle lake would be very, very difficult to attack as well. So this would be a kind of place that you'd have to, like, siege out if you're going to attack, because no troops getting across the water unless they allow you to build. If they allow enemies to build in these plots, they could potentially build a secondary bridge that might help them take the castle, but it wouldn't be the best option, because you'd have to build a bridge across and then, like, build a ramp or a ladder up.
And you can even look out over here to shoot people coming in. This place is badass. Yeah, I know. Holy fuck, man. Make a second castle and connect them. Well, we have another castle. I haven't even been over there yet. I don't know what to expect going over to the other castle now. Can I go through this? No. Holy fuck, man. There's a little table here. Oh my fucking god. This is so much better than what I had expected. This is incredible. Wow.
This is part of the thing I talked about in the past where like when MMO players get into survival games, because then they realize that their grinding that they do in MMO games, they could do and make massive personalized structures and stuff. Like there's a lot more personal um, prestige into like building your own thing.
How do you get down? Is there a way to get down from here? Yeah? How do you do it? You jump? I feel like a lot of people are like dying. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right option. Here at this side? Yeah, oh, I see. Is it maybe down here? Don't jump, dear king. Oh, couldn't I just jump into the water here? And then just swim over to there? I feel like that's probably the best idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna go do that. Oh, shit! Okay, I'm fine. Damn. Shot a fucking arrow at me? This is disgusting. How is this so good? It's floating? It is. Ved died. Oh, that's...
So I think what they would probably do on this is that platform out there, they need to put like a gatehouse, and then they need to put a gatehouse right here in front of this, like a small one.
the way it goes. New World doesn't have swimming after 8 years? 2 years? Yeah, I know. Holy fuck, guys. This is amazing. And then there's a bunch of... Oh my god, there's kilns in here to make more stuff. I didn't even see this. Charcoal kiln that are like working right now? Holy. You need the industry. Yeah, I know. The lighting? Oh no, we'll have lighting soon. Like, we've already got a lot of that stuff going. Holy fuck, man. This castle is incredible. I want to go back and I want to look at it again. You guys are cracked. I didn't realize this much was built. I had no idea. Dude. That is disgusting. That people were able to make that much in like one day. This is actually, like, this entire thing was built overnight. I want you guys to understand that. Like, last night, we only had, like, this area here, and it was a bit larger. So they decided to like, build that back, and then build this entire open area here. This is unreal. The thousands of hours of Minecraft building experience? Yeah, I mean, this is incredible. Now, let's go over to the other castle. Been solo building our wall for hours. I've had some good fellows help with resources. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the main castle, the main area now. Because I haven't, like, we haven't seen that at all. And they've already been changing things up a little.
The one thing I would say that's kind of bad about this is that that castle, I mean, yes, they can swim through the water, but if people use that bridge to get around consistently, people could ambush you right here on the outside.
But I don't know what it's gonna look like now. Can teleport? Yeah, I want to go. I want to walk over there just so people can see.
So they should take like this and build a defensive area right outside of
Kind of some
the
of the
water.
structures and everything. This is like our crafting area that like we used for like dropping all the resources off to build the castle over there. Mounts? I'm pretty sure they are going to have mounts. I'm like 99% sure. Oh, I'm about 90% sure to it. It looks like the third story isn't complete yet. Okay, guys. Let's look right now. I still do think that if we can, like, if you can dig and terraform, this shit would just be insane. What the fuck?
If you could terraform on here, people would destroy the map like Minecraft.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that want to join the guild. I'm not exactly sure how to make all that fit together. Wow. This still isn't even it. Holy. And this is it. So, really, when you think about it, we're over halfway, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're getting really close. We're going to be able to get up to... Yeah. Dude, by next week, or probably by tomorrow even, maybe the day after. It'll be done by tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to have everybody up here. Look at the view. Yes, look at the view. That's our kingdom, gentlemen. Oh my god. This is fucking incredible. It's like Gondor? Yeah. Jump? I'm not jumping. I'm not jumping. Is there an upkeep cost? No, there's not. I'm not sure exactly how they can balance all of that. I really don't know. Is the Citadel built up? Like, should we go around? Should we go up there and see what the Citadel is? Intex, is it all built up now? Because we can go over there if you guys want. Yeah, okay, let's go over there. Raimundo jumped? Yeah. I'm going to teleport down to the bottom just so I can get there faster. Yeah, let me just teleport over there. That way I'm back at the castle. So fast? Yeah, the loading is really fast in the game. What the fuck? Let's go. Yeah, it's a fast teleport? Yeah, it is. Meanwhile, Starfield? Yeah. How many players are on the server? How many players are in the server? I don't really... Oh, this is really nice. I don't know. I hope that it's just like everybody in the same server. Like, I would really like that and just make the server bigger. Open a map, you can see how many people are in the clan. It doesn't show, really. Well, that's everybody in the clan, right? That's all the players that we have. 7,000 the website said? Yeah. My perspective is always like have more and more people. Okay, let's go up and see what the Citadel looks like up there. No, it shows people in your zone. Oh.
My thing's just looking at this and like this is like an alpha test or whatever, right? And he has a few hundred players probably under his command, and they've built this massive thing in like a few days. And then you think that other players are going to be able to compete with this dude? Like everyone's just going to join join the army for the most part. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, that's massive buildings and structures. Like, if you try to like take that, you're gonna lose. You try to fight them at any like PvP zone, you're gonna lose. You know, like you're gonna have to go a very far distance away and build your own kingdom and try and migrate people over without them learning that you're there.
Oh, okay. It's 150 per shard? No, it's got to be way more than that. Yeah, I know it's way more than 150. Okay, we'll go. Oh, for a second I thought that was a fucking wall. 7K is a good size.
But
Yeah,
you already
it is,
know
it's what
all
I'm
the
thinking of.
hilltops are going to be claimed. Hilltops and water.
There we go. And this is where we go into the woodlands. So some random guy built this stuff here. I'm gonna be really curious to see like kind of how this game evolves. Especially like after it comes out, like what's gonna happen. 7K in one game, yeah. Can you zoom out more? Yeah, I will. I just want people to see. I forgot even what I was trying to show. Should I bring wood? I think that really.
I want to know about traps and stuff too. Like, you haven't seen anyone try to build any traps or crazy bases or anything like that. Or like efficient bases. So I'm kind of curious about all that when it comes to building on here. But like for me, for like people that played Minecraft and stuff in the past and you're like really serious builders, I could get very serious in this game about building a castle or in a base or in defenses. Like 90% of my stuff would probably be defenses, you know. Because the castle wall's fine, but if it doesn't kill anybody, then it's kind of meh.
The main thing that we should be doing is finishing that path up the mountain. I feel like the path up the mountain is like the most important thing. I don't know what everybody else in the guild thinks, but like that to me seems like kind of a big deal. Do the buildings decay away? I don't know if there's going to be an upkeep system or not. I think that there probably should be an upkeep system, because that way you don't have people that just squat on land and then they just sit it and nobody else can use it. Like, it's not important right now because, like, it's all short term anyway. But, oh, what's that? Oh, wow. That's a little base right there. Yeah, how long is the alpha going for? Until the 26th or 27th. Yeah, no one gives shit. No, yeah, I don't think it really matters right now, but like, just like in a general sense.
So you can see in his chat right there when they're saying raid them, like this is the stuff that would happen. You got hundreds of players in this place. They're gonna explore, sure, but you literally have that thing right there and they're just gonna attack it. They're gonna attack and kill everybody in the area.
I do think that you need to have some upkeep system, because if you don't have an upkeep system, what ends up happening is that you know, you just have somebody that's like sitting on an area and then that area is effectively unusable. Oh my god, are these all ladders that are gonna take us? No way. Alright, let's go up here. Holy fuck, what the hell is that?
The thing is too is like these buildings that you run into, like it's cool or whatever when you look over here, but in the future it's probably going to be like, hey, don't touch my stuff, you know, like these people are going to blockade you off. But things like these ladders, like depending on how people can build and if they can get into your areas, this could be like you could have a bunch of random structures everywhere like this, like just random ladders that go up mountains, you know.
I'll go over there after this.
They got body blocking, which is interesting as
Yeah,
well.
we'll go over.
Like, you don't think the body blocking is that big of a deal, but since that's something that people complain about in MMOs a lot, but in a tactical sense, it's realistic that you'd have body blocking. But this makes PvP a much more interesting concept in this game because you could use physics kind of to your advantage. These choke points, people aren't going to be able to just rush you with a ton of people or stack up and try and, mitigate things. And you don't even know how like the death animations and ragdoll physics and stuff might work. Like I don't know if you have ragdoll death animations, but if you do, like say they roll down here and knock people off of the ladders.
Somebody's mining away. Holy fuck. Seems precarious? No, we're fine. We're fine. This is totally okay. It's no big deal. They're just mining right here. Work. This is so good. Oh, there's somebody else's castle over here. Oh, wow. We're not castle, but somebody else is building here. Do we own this one?
See, this right here is the stuff that's going to happen. It isn't just going to be these big kingdom castles. It's going to be these small castles like this. You're going to have groups of like 5 people that are going to try and claim all these mountaintops. And you're going to have groups of hundreds of people that are going to be claiming a ton of mountaintops or like make one really defensible area. But like stuff like this, it'd be a small zone. And then if somebody fights you and claims it, it'd be an issue.
Oh, wow. This is on the top of the valley. Now we do? Let's see.
And like MMO style wise, in a game like this, the travel time and the adventuring would be the time gate for content. Because I mean they have fast travel here, but like going to a dungeon or something, I'm assuming at least the first time or something they're gonna have to walk there, or they're only gonna be able to fast travel back to their base, which would make sense. But when it comes to like people attacking your base and stuff like that, I don't know what that implicates. Because like if they can just respawn back in their base infinitely, and someone attacking your base has to like run like across the map or something, it'd be kind of annoying. Like you'd never win.
I don't know. Let me see. Dowdor. Oh, Dowdor wants to join the guild. Yeah. Where is he? Somebody said to invite him to the guild. Holy fuck, this is amazing.
This is the kind of small castle structure that you want, though, like as a small team or even like a big team. You build something that's thick, defensible outside walls and then small, simplistic inside just to get your stuff done or whatever. And then you just build out your defenses from there. And a small group of people can defend against a very large group of people in real life, especially on a big mountain like this.
It's a big mage tower? Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's here. Oh, there he is. Okay, I invited you. As you can see, it isn't finished yet. Yeah, I know. Wow. And you can go to the balcony and overlook the whole... Oh, shit.
Yeah, this stuff right here is going to be kind of important. Like you have, so this is stuff that people haven't thought about, like survival game wise and everything else. When you look at something like this, I need to change my title as well. So if we're looking at something like this, for instance, even games like Minecraft and stuff, people don't use lookout towers and things like this. But in a realistic game, or something like in this case, this could be very important. So Asmongold is an MMO player and stuff. He might be really good at making groups and stuff like that. But when it comes to tactical placement of buildings, actually having like a general or a military advisor or something, like doing tactics for PvP, would be very important. So like places like this, you could put a small garrison here overwatching, like say this is like the main pathway to your kingdom. Then you can build one building here, overwatch this entire valley, have a small garrison here, and then they should be able to march out and defend or hold this garrison. But if the army goes through, they can send word to the main force. Then the main force blocks them off, and then you have this garrison come up from behind, and basically you just like pincer attack them.
You can look at the entire,
Plus, you could pick some people off while you're walking through
the
here.
entire valley here.
And if they add siege weapons or anything to the game, then like either here or like on this edge, you could put siege weaponry to kind of shoot down there. Like say if there's a massive force of like, I don't know, like depending on how many people are on the server, if there's like 7,000 people and there's 1,000 people going through here, then yeah, siege weaponry might be good. But then the people down there could basically say like, hey, everyone spread out, and like you'll just have this massive like spreading out. It's not like people are going to be marching in formation like they do in real life.
What a view, yeah. Bro's a builder, he is. Unreal 5 drawn distance, yeah, exactly. Took the whole damn day? Yeah, I bet it did. Well, as soon as we invite you to the clan, you'll be able to get help from other people. So that should make it easier for you. Game looks amazing, yeah. And so this is the one that like we own right here. This is the, holy shit, this is the Citadel?
The other thing here is that when you look at this game, right now it's alpha and everyone's building how they want to build, but depending on how this works, like if everyone has to build together, like they're a community, like this is a streamer community. They're more than willing to build together and build a few massive structures. But if this is a group of normal players and they only get one building plot, there's a very big chance that they're going to want to build their own thing, which is going to spread everything out and make you weaker overall. I feel like I had some other thing I was going to say as well. Oh yeah, like they put Asmongold as king or whatever down there. So the thing is with like kings, like you have lords. So if you have a group of like a few hundred people, then basically the gameplay loop is going to be like, hey, y'all guys are underneath this king. Then you move someone, make them a lord or a garrison commander or something, and then you build a defensive structure for the kingdom, right? And then you're going to have your people from your guild go and help them build it to get it done. You know?
Oh my god. It's like Minas Tirith. And there's our castle all the way down there. Oh my fucking god. I wonder, you know what's so crazy is like all of this has happened in like 2.5 days. Gold coin, oh thanks. Yeah, this has all happened in 2.5 fucking days. All of these buildings and everything. Go to the very tip? I don't think so. Okay, so... Oh, I wonder if we can see our castle. Let's go over there. Ooh. Yeah, I want to see if we can see our castle in the lake. Okay, it should be over this way, right? And then we can look down and probably see it from, like, right here. Oh, this one's in the way. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and go down there without dying. Okay. Probably slide down this way here. Okay. There we go. And now we can look out and see if we can find our castle here. We tried to build on there, guys. I will have you know, we really tried. It just did not fucking work. Yeah, we did. Okay, now let's see.
See, like the hill, that mountain that was in the back over here that was super tall. I don't think that would be strategically optimal to build a thing there because it's defensible, but it's obnoxiously annoying. Like to even get up there, like it would be like an emergency thing. The best thing you could do is make it like a beacon tower, kind of like an Overwatch tower. People could watch for armies and stuff on the approach and light it in case there's an emergency. It's far too tall and up in the air to be like just a normal defensive castle.
Damn. Oh shit! So you can see both of the castles that we have. There's that one there, and then we've got this one over here. It's a lake town, yeah.
That's the other thing that's hard. Ginger, oh crap. That's the other thing that's hard with this though as well, is because like these kingdoms here, they want, so say they want some guard towers or whatever, or a garrison. So that mountain on the other side of this valley, you could put a watchtower, and then on this side you could put a garrison, something along those lines, or like either. But the problem is with that is like you can't build a billion things away from your kingdom because it'll get weaker if they put a build limit on. But other people could come and claim territory right next to your tower because the building plots don't seem to be that big as like a singular building plot. So things like a tower on this hill, you could do that, but then people could just come and build around your tower on the hill and clutter up the space.
That's amazing. The pivot point, yeah. This is so fucking crazy. This is insane.
That's a ruin right there. That's something I'm curious about too, is if can you build on these ruins? Because like for me, like just as a solo player, like you could see just a group taking one of these ruined castles over and just living in there. I mean, if you could build in there, people would definitely do it. But even just claiming it and living there could be fine.
MD on Discord. Okay, with the teleport thing? Yeah, I'll look at that. Goblin Slayer.
Because basically, instead of building a castle, you could take your group, find one of those abandoned castles like that over there, and then build walls around the exterior and seal it off. And then you would have the only access to that castle, plus all the mobs inside.
I don't know. I think this is just so cool. Actually, insane spot. Connecting both castles would be sick. Well, right now, what we have is we're trying to... Like, we have the castle down in the valley, and we're building a giant, like, road.
The problem that they're having right now is that they're having the same, like, I don't know exactly what to call it. I would say, like, it's like Minecraft fever. So it's when you go into a new area with a bunch of land, you see potential everywhere and you try to build everywhere. So they're spreading out over a massive area, building multiple massive structures all over the place. and they're not fine-tuning. Like, they didn't explore or do anything when they started building the first two major castles. So really probably what they should have did was build their main castle up on one of these big mountains. Like right here they could have built their main big castle. And then the valley could have been where all their people were, and then they could seal the valley off with a wall or whatever, right? So if people wanted to attack, they would have to get through the exterior wall to get into the village, and if they wanted to take out the garrisons and stuff, they'd have to attack these castles that are outside of where the citizens would be.
Road basically up the mountain.
It's kind of
So we
split
can
because,
build-
like, if you have a castle or whatever in the middle of your town, you can defend everything with multiple layers and force people to fight for you. But if you have a castle outside of your town, you can make it very difficult to get to and defensible, but it's easier to starve you out. Or, like, people just run off, you know?
from like the castle on the bottom of the mountain in the valley up to the top of the castle. Now, what would be like the best place to have? Like, I think that if we built out like that one area that we saw, like it was actually Minas Tirith, that would be fucking insane. But I don't know like really how many resources that would take. I feel like that would just be like such a huge draw. I don't even know if we could do that. Holy shit.
I don't think it would take that many resources. Like, I don't think it would take as many resources as he thinks to build Minas Tirith, because Minas Tirith it's a tiered building. So even what they've built so far, where that point is coming off of the mountain, it all depends on how much you want to scale it. Because you can easily take that point and then go underneath it and put a small ring and then a slightly bigger ring and slightly bigger ring. By the time you get to the ground, that castle would be absolutely massive. But it just depends. Like Minas Tirith had like 4 or 5 layers, I think, before the peak. But like those top layers weren't really that big, you know.
All right, so let me go to one of these areas and see what the hell this is. Do it. It's worth it. It is, but it's just a lot of work. That's all. All right, let's go this way, maybe.
The thing is, like, I would want to do the Dragon Knights and stuff
So are these like ruined?
in PAX Day, but when you have names like the Dragon Knights, people don't connect with that very much. Whereas, like, you do something like Gundor, you get all those Gundor fanboys doing it, you know, like, it's a much bigger deal. And Gundor is something that, like, I would be very tempted to build in PAX Day as well. Like, I've built things in, like, Ark Survival for Helm's Deep and all that. So like I could probably build it in this game for sure. But it's just, you know, when you use a name like Gundor, you could have multiple people with that name, you know, or if you can't use the same name for like different clans, and whoever gets it first, and that's just gonna be kind of a pain.
Is or what? What is this? It's a dungeon. Yeah, I think this is an actual dungeon here. One-head arrow. I'll loot that. An assessor. Okay, well they're dead. That's no big deal.
So like we see this right here, like this thing right here is spawning NPC archers and stuff. So it's like if you take over this place and you surround this, like you could put this on one side for defense or something. Like there's a bunch of things you could do with this. Defense, I don't know how well these NPCs would defend, but surely there's things more dangerous than this. But it's just like you could use this as an area, and if they're dropping things like arrows and stuff, it seems like unless it's really easy to make, that's something that you don't have to make yourself. Like you just farm these potentially.
What's up here? Ooh, there's a lot of mobs. We got a crusader here. Okay, we got him. So did these guys drop anything? The combat's all placeholder, so just keep that in mind. So what's this? Oh shit, we gotta go up to the top. Okay. Oh wow. Was that a mage? A catalyst. Oh fuck. Oh shit. It's a wizard. It's a dark wizard. Destroy him. Oh, it's like a burn. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. All right, well, what's over on that one? Yeah, let's go all the way down, and we'll go check that area out, too.
I'm guessing you can't build on this.
Actually, is there, like, an underground area? Because it seemed like I could go through this, right? No, okay, it just leads me to the other place that I was already at. No cool loot. I think that, like, a lot of, like, this is mainly, Take it a res. It's T, right? In, that's right, okay. I didn't realize it was gonna do that much damage. Okay, let's go this way. There is loot. People are just looting really fast. Okay, can we kill one so I can see what the loot is?
See, like, depending on what those things drop, they say they're loot. Now, depending on how fast they recharge and revive, like, let's just say that they drop their helmets and their clothes. Like, that's stuff that you could stockpile just by having an area around one of those places, like the clothing, for like special looks. Like the helmets is something you don't have to craft. You know, arrows.
Ooh, there's wolves here. Oh shit. Yeah, I want to see what these guys drop. A goad process.
Large rough animal hide, leather trousers, gauntlets, chest plate. So yeah, so literally this is armor and stuff right here. So these guys just having a base right next to this stuff, they're gonna get infinite sources of just basic armor. You know?
Large leather trousers, Zubia's gauntlet, derisive chestplate. Okay. Damn. Damn. Oh, we got topaz too? Holy shit. These guys drop a... Oh, boys, there's a lot of mobs here. Yeah, this is serious. Okay, yeah, I just ran in there and aggroed everybody. Be careful, guys. Okay, they're all dead. That's no big deal.
So, like, if we're looking at this, they're getting meat and stuff from these guys too. So it just means like you get a source of food from these guys, you get a source of armor. They got topaz, so an iron anvil head, iron bars, iron pommel, heavy iron pommel, iron sheets, one-handed mace. So like, if you build next to this dungeon thing, you're going to be having a constant source of weapons and armor that you don't have to craft, among other things. So like, it's going to be worthwhile to find one of these, it seems like. Like, I know that they've said that they want the best armor and stuff in the game to be crafted, but this means it's something that you don't have to craft. And either way, a big guild or group is going to be able to claim these areas, and a big guild or group is going to be able to craft as everything in the game. So it's going to be very difficult, I would think, for a small group to compete with a large group.
Wow. Wow, look at all that. Damn, these guys drop a lot of stuff.
I want to know the recharge on these guys respawning. Like, if these guys respawn like once a week or like, once a day or something, it maybe not be that big of a deal, but still.
Okay, we'll kill this guy right here. Jesus, I'm almost dead. Can I heal myself?
Pearls and Bassite. You also got to think about the defensive possibilities about this too. Like, once you get tank gear and stuff, because they're saying they're doing tank healer DPS. If you have a garrison of troops here, right, and you're overwatching that kingdom and you're watching people go through that valley to see if they're going to attack you, depending on the aggro range of these NPCs, you could potentially get someone that's a really tanky character come over here and draw and aggro all of these out and pull them towards your enemies to help you fight. Be kind of interesting as well.
If I can heal
It would
myself.
only be useful versus like very weak small groups though, but look at all that stuff.
Meat. Okay, yeah, cook meat too. Or to eat meat. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's making me get health back faster. Okay, good. Yeah, just get all the...
I kind of like this simple system they have down here. Like, meat's helping you regen health. It's basically just healing. Makes sense. I don't know about water. I don't know if they have like any liquid stuff. But I'm assuming, so it seems like meat's probably going to be like a lower till than like a healing class. Healers, I'm assuming, are probably going to boost your health pretty quick. In medicines, magics. Food, I would assume, would be the slowest, besides natural regeneration.
From them.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, a lot of the dungeons and everything here, like, this is mainly a tech demo in terms of, like, how everything else works. So, I wouldn't really think much of it. Like, obviously, it's super scuffed. They even said that it's going to be scuffed, so it's not really too big of a deal.
Now, the other thing is when, like, magic-wise, so there was a sorcerer in this thing here. So if it respawns a lot, and magic items are super hard to find, if those sorcerers have any potential of dropping anything that allow you to cast magic spells, that would be a big deal. Because where else are you going to find magic besides places like this, like magic staffs or anything? So a source of magic would be a big deal, I think.
Equip the gauntlets? Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't get any gauntlets. I just got the, I got the recipe to make the gauntlets.
And this is just a placeholder stuff. Like, this dungeon could be way different. These AI could become way more dangerous and stuff in the future. Which just amplifies everything even more.
There's a lot of these assholes, huh? Holy shit. I wonder, so... Actually, give me my knife. Just about. Be right back.
See, these arcing arrows off this, that's something I'm kind of interested in as well, because, like, a place like this, they have fast travel as well, so I don't know how they're going to manage this fast travel system, because let's say that these guys down here in this corner is where their kingdom is, and then up here is where this tower is, and this valley comes through, and an attacking army from a different guild or clan comes through this valley to come and attack your kingdom, and someone at this watchtower sees that army come through, and they send, like, they just go in Discord or whatever and they tell people. And if you can fast travel from this castle to here instantaneously, you could get 100 people or 1,000 people or whatever on this cliffside and just rain arrows down on that army that's coming in. And then if you die, I'm assuming you can respawn at this castle, but if they're not going to die on this hill. But then if they come up here to attack this place, you just fast travel back down to the castle and run off, or like come to flank them or something. Like there has to be. I think probably what they should do is I think what they should probably do is if you have a guild and you claimed an area and you have buildings on it, once one of those areas come under siege, everything in the surrounding area of that structure, the spawning disables. Could be interesting. So let's say this area they built on here in this hill, if it becomes under attack and you die while it's under siege, you wouldn't be able to respawn. So they would have to forcibly push the army back before you could respawn. But you could still spawn at the castle. But if the castle came under attack, nobody in that castle area, because they have that castle in the water, the castle on the land, and all those structures. Let's say that one of those areas became under attack by an army. All of those buildings shut down fast travel, but they could still fast travel to this outer garrison because it's outside of the zone. I think that could be an interesting thing because if you can just freely teleport in infinitely, I don't see any end of in like a defense happening. An attacking army, for instance, like if they're coming through this valley to attack his kingdom down here, you gotta imagine how far they've had to march and travel to get over here. And you don't like unless they're putting bed spawners or they claim areas to like put up a temporary fortification or tower, that'd be very difficult. And then you go through this valley and get obliterated by arrows or siege artillery, and then you respawn 1,000 miles away. That'd be super annoying. So like I would at least want that to be fair, where if like your people die, they have to walk 1,000 miles, but as long as you're attacking or like siege an area, they can't respawn.
Okay. What the fuck? Here? Where's here? Oh, thanks, man. So how does this work? Consume health potion. Oh, it regens it over time. Okay, so it's not just like an instant amount. Look at that. Damn, those are really useful. Oh shit, who that be? Who that be? Who that be? Oh, it's a cocksucker under the fucking thing. I got him. I got him. Okay, we beat his dick off. It's fine. We're good. So, has anybody tried to go past the, past, like, the wall here? Like, is there an invisible wall that locks us in? How does that work? Yeah, do you guys know?
Mega dungeons.
Good idea. Let's test it. All right. Yep, let's go test it. Let's go, guys. Let's see how far we can get out of the game. Okay, I think we just have to go one way. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what the best way of doing that is.
I'm wondering if there's collision. Like these mineable objects, I'm guessing they respawn. I don't know what the timer of the respawn would be.
Yeah, this is like all like.
But I'm wondering if you can bury chests or whatever inside of like an ore.
Because like there isn't really much to the combat. Again, like they said, the combat's placeholder, so we don't really need to get too excited about that. I don't think there's really much that's going to be happening there. So the main thing that we really need to think about is like, what do you guys think about the building? Right? Yeah, how do you guys feel about the building so far? Do you guys like it or not? Huge W? Yeah, I think the building is amazing. I love it.
I think the building looks good from what he said, but the problem is that Asmongold isn't watching the building. Like he logged on and he showed us what the builders did. I'm more interested on the mechanics of how the building works, and I haven't been able to see that in the game yet. But the building itself looks good. The lighting and stuff looks good. I don't know exactly about the interior lighting, like the candles and things. It was kind of dim, like in that. All their buildings so far have had skylights to let natural light inside, which helps a lot. But I don't know how difficult it is to build in this game. It kind of seems like it's fairly simplistic, although some of the snap points didn't seem to work super easily, but I think they have a button to actually go up and down. That's what I'm saying, that he hasn't really went over the building, like how to build in the game. We just kind of see things built. But as far as I know, when you put something on the ground, it auto like levels it, which is kind of interesting. So the building is probably a lot better than say like Ark or stuff like that.
The combat, obviously, I'll know whenever they actually implement it in like a real way. Then we'll have an idea of like what really to expect. I think also like having some different areas in the game in terms of like visuals is kind of important. Now, I'm not really sure what that's going to look like because I haven't really been everywhere in the map. But like everywhere in the map so far, to me, like, have you guys seen anybody else streaming this game in another area where it looks like substantially different than it looks on mine? I think if we go to that mountain there, that's probably the best idea. See if we can go over.
It says there's three other maps. See, but other maps aren't other zones. That's what I would note with that, is like right here, all of this is foresty mounted area. I'm assuming there's probably plains somewhere. Up here, the snow seems really nice. This kind of reminds me of like Lord of the Rings. But they're saying there's three other maps. It's not three other zones. There's a difference. If they haven't have a mixture of biomes on one map with like different kind of effects, I would be kind of disappointed. If it's one full zone, like I get that, like if you're living in Europe or something, you have one area, like it's gonna be kind of the same. I get that it's probably more realistic, but if you're compacting a world into one map, I think having a couple of different biomes would be nice. But it's not a game breaker for me. It'd just be nice to have other survival aspects to worry about.
Zone? Yeah, you can. Jibu went to another map last night. Different shards?
I want to see traps put into the game.
What do you mean by different shards?
Four maps in one server and you can move to the other one. Okay, so all the maps are on one server. If there's four maps, I'm assuming there's going to be probably at least four big clans that take over areas. Or at least they're going to try.
Looked really good. Layers. Oh, so like it's the same map, but they're just different players on it. Same map, different server. Yeah, I don't understand that. They're different maps. Okay. I guess I'll have to learn it and figure it out for myself. 4 maps, 4 servers, connected by passages of time. 1 map is divided by shards that support 100 players each. Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what they're saying. I guess they're saying they're loading screens. It's 4 maps with loading screens in between. So it's 4 servers. It's basically World v World in Guild Wars. So you're going to have 4 different worlds. So potentially you're going to have 4 mega guilds take over. Because like this server that Asmongold is on, he has so many people. Like, say Asmongold ends up on this server and a bunch of random people pop up in this server and you have up to 7,000. Asmongold has enough followers to easily probably fill up a good portion of that player base and take over this server. And then it's going to be him versus, whatever. Unless there's like some small baron kind of like surviving in here.
Yeah, I guess I'll probably like just in time I'll figure that out and like learn it myself.
Like his progress, okay, like just the fact that he's a very popular streamer, his progress in this game has been crazy. Within 2 days, like this map, within 2 days they've taken over this whole section down here in this valley, all the way up on these mountaintops, and inside this lake. They have giant castle in the lake, giant castle here, multitudes of buildings everywhere, and big building structures up on the mountains, right? and this whole square here is just full of his people, you know, and this isn't even a full server yet, so he could probably easily take over half of this section over here, I'm assuming, you know. So you might be able to fit in a couple more places, but if players spread out, because in a lot of survivalish type games, they like spreading out and having their own zones. If they spread out, like it's going to be very difficult to find and put together another mega clan like that.
And I'll see each on four of the four props.
I'm assuming this is what they're saying is one map, and then there's loading screens in between. So it would be kind of interesting to see. But this map in general, these waterways, we haven't seen any boats or anything, but these waterways could be interesting. We haven't seen anyone need to drink. So if there is like a thirst system, we haven't seen it yet. Food, we don't know how food like comes into this either, but potentially if you could fish or something, that could be interesting. But all of these points of interest, I'm assuming these big guilds would find, they're going to figure out what spawns the best loot. You know, even though they say everything is crafted, the best stuff is going to be crafted. Whatever spawns the best loot, these mega guilds are probably going to find in camp, I'm assuming. So it's probably magical items would be the thing. Claim all the magical items.
Province of... Oh, wow. So there's 4 big maps like this? Holy shit.
So
That's
there's
super big. Yeah,
at least going to be 4 barons. There's going to be 4 really big clans probably.
After we try to go over to the edge, and let's see what happens when we try to go to the edge. Oh, what the hell is this? Look at this.
So the other thing to note here is, so like on Asmongold's map, they're all down here in this corner, but a mega guild probably would try to be centrally located for the most part. So let's say like if he built in the middle or like on this big mountain here, they could get kind of equal distance travel throughout the map. And depending on how these maps are connected to, if there's 4 maps, if all the maps come in through the north, then that's a lot easier to defend than like one map coming in this direction, one map coming in this direction, you know. So I'm kind of interested in where these other maps travel. And then if these travel points are fixed or if they're random. Because let's say like if you're in another map and you want to come onto this map and you have to travel through the north and it's only on this road that you'll spawn, that is a big like issue because these guys could come up here and fortify the heck out of that and you're not going to be able to get through it. If it's randomized, it'd be very difficult to blockade people from getting into your map, which kind of sucks, but you could probably still figure out a way. But then you could just fortify your area and you know, just let people have more free reign over a zone.
Look at this.
Because that happened in World v World and Guild Wars.
Isn't that basically New World 2?
In the old days, people barricaded the spawn points because you could only spawn in the corners of the map, and they barricade it to where nobody could enter.
Surprised there's not more lag or server issues. One of the reasons why there's not as much is because, wait, what the hell even is this? Oh. We could probably maybe go through there, but I don't know. Okay. Paxday Reddit has good photos. Yeah, I'll look at those in a bit. Right now, I want to see if I can get on top of that mountain.
I want to see some different details. Like, we've seen some shields. Like, this shield here is a little bit different than the other shields that we saw. This is a big tower shield. And it's like, I'm assuming everything's probably going to have durability. The combat and stuff is placeholder, so they've said. But the equipment and things that we've seen in general have been kind of standard. We also know that like there's collision, like body collision. So having a shield line makes more sense in a game like this. So you might be able to use more real-world military tactics depending on how they put the system in place, like magic and stuff, depending on how strong it gets. But since there's body collision, shield lines, shield walls could make more sense, like bottlenecks. Like you could put let me get Let me get a paint tool. So like you can use different kind of formations. If you ever played like Total War or something, like you could have 2 lines and like one in the middle, and then basically have all 3 lines engage and then pull your first line back. Enemy troops go through the center, and then you just kind of like collapse around, or you can just do classic hammer and anvil. It's not going to be like other games in MMO games where players just run through each other. Because every MMO, people complain about bodies running into each other. I'm assuming it's going to happen here as well. But it opens up the possibility for real world military tactics in combat, depending on how powerful some of these things get. If it's really gear sided,
stuff into the
and we haven't
game
seen any
and
siege
they improve
equipment
it.
or
Like
traps or
I've
anything
seen
like that.
pictures of New World in alpha, and it looks worse than this in alpha. So I think that just over time it will improve. But New World does look incredible. I mean, it certainly does. Like, I'm not like trying to say anything bad about New World. It looks amazing. But I think other games like this will be able to match that quality. What is this?
The render distance is very far in this game
wow.
too, but I don't know exactly how far it is. Because I'm assuming like from here to there, it's probably rendered. But see, like right here, I can't tell if this is like the edge right here, and it isn't rendering that, or if it would render that. But these render distances are very, very far, which is good, especially in like a kind of a tactical standpoint. I really wonder if these groups are going to have actual generals kind of like manage a military, but it feels like, for him, since he's like a very popular streamer, these people are very willing to do what he says and get stuff done. But for an average group of players, I don't know how feasible it's going to be for someone to put together just a group of randoms and then get them to like work towards a common goal.
Oh, shit. Remember Shard? Does that mean that we get
Also, like, is
battles?
there
Well, I
any
don't know
way
yet.
that these
I
big
think
groups
that
can
it's gonna
subjugate
depend on
like smaller
a lot of
groups?
things.
Because if there's any way for these guys to like find a small group
Yeah,
of
I'm not sure
players
yet.
and grief them so hard
I
to
think
where they
having
just
large
like force them to mine ore every day, like that would be kind
scale
of
like PvP battles is really important for a game like this, because a lot of people that play games like this, like basically if you're thinking of like people that play games like this and people who Lord of the Rings is their favorite movie, this is just one singular circle. There's not a Venn diagram, it's just one circle. People that play these games love that kind of stuff. They are so into it. So I think that having large-scale battles like that is super important.
Yeah, the large scale battles I'm down for. The thing is the respawn system. I don't know how they balance all of that in combat, because I would love to use real world military tactics in this game. But if people die and respawn and they can't get back to their group, they're gonna rage. Like if you have to travel like an hour to get across to another map just to get ambushed and murdered, that might cause people to rage quit. But also, if I'm trying to pull off real world military tactics and I see that you have 400 soldiers and I put up booby traps, wait for you, ambush half of you, do a hammer and anvil flank on your ass, and your people respawn like 2 feet away and get like they're able to bottleneck me in afterwards, I'm gonna be upset.
Sandbox, yeah. Got cut up while telling why it's not laggy. Oh yeah, well I mean like lagginess and all that, like we'll have to see what happens, right? I mean I think it just depends. Ooh, am I dead? Am I dead? No. The fall damage is a little bit confusing. I don't really understand entirely how it works, but
Here's another thing I'm curious about. So we've seen that they've built structures, but how do you destroy structures? So right here when he's sliding down the mountain, if the structures that you build conform the terrain, but the terrain is only conformed when the structure is built, then you could bait people up. Like say that they build up on that mountain they were at earlier. that pathway up is all built out of like one or two like stairs. So then you get up there and you have an army trying to siege your castle that you've built on top of a hill, very defensible, pain to get up there. And then they have a couple of their members go down and destroy those stairwells, and you can't build on their plot. Well, then you're not going to be able to get up there. So they instantly win. Or you could have like a bunch of people on the side of a hill trying to break into their castle gate, and they go and destroy the foundation underneath your people and have them slide down the side of the mountain. So I don't know how they're going to do the building system too when it comes, if it's instantaneously destroyed, there could be a problem as well. Even though I do like the idea of some structures being able to be instantaneously destroyed instead of all of them. So say like a stone foundations, stone stairs, if those are able to stay and they don't have a risk of being instantaneously destroyed, and wood structures can be instantaneously destroyed, if I'm an attacker on your castle, I would like to have that knowledge, because it puts a kind of skill to it more than, just random chance.
You know, when's the game coming out? I would assume this game to go out into like to get released probably the earliest would be like the end of next year, like the end of 2024. Like realistically, that's what I think is the earliest.
I think even with how it is now, how they're fighting and the building systems, I think people would play it. I would play this game right now without the dungeons and crazy armor, just building and being able to have open world combat. Yeah, so if they go like early access or something, consistently, like I would play it.
Getting up on top of that mountain is going to be really hard.
And we need to see if there's any cold environmental damage. If they go up to that snow mountain,
holy shit,
are there any negative effects from cold weather and stuff in the future that they're planning, like frostbite or metabolism or anything like that?
What the fuck is that? I don't know. Let's go over and find out. I guess we'll go down this way. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start going down from this way here. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually going to be kind of curious to see what this is. I bet it's another one of those dungeons.
Trying to get a better look at what he's looking at here in a second.
Oh, 7? No, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die. It's not going to happen. I'm being very careful, okay?
That's a very slick, steep hill right here.
I'm getting scared. I'm getting really scared.
I wonder if they're gonna have climbing or anything as like a skill in the game, like climbing instead of like maybe make it where you take less fall damage or something.
We made it.
Yeah, so it looks like another ruin.
Okay, great. Oh, are these the real iron deposits? I think they are. Ouch.
I think it would be nice if these like that one iron deposit's floating in the air or something, but I think it'd be really nice if like these ore locations and stuff are random instead of just like stationary. Or if they have like a really long respawn time so people could gather a lot of materials or something, but the way the system of materials so far that we've seen is whoever gets the last hit on the material gets the goods. So in that sense, I'm kind of iffy because I feel like people could abuse that system. Probably. Just getting that last hit, stealing everything, especially large groups of people.
Yeah. I'm a mountain goat? Yes, clearly. Jesus, these are big. Pure iron ore.
Genesis rock. Getting into steel,
Damn.
boys.
Yeah, we need to get people over here mining this this black these like black rocks. Pure shit ever. Yeah. It's a Genesis rock? No, no. It's really the iron, because like iron, you usually get impure iron, and like places that have pure iron, like that just saves so much time, you know.
Yeah.
I do hope they have like special rocks that spawn. I don't know exactly like how to incentivize like people to do that kind of stuff. I think all that's granite. Like there's so many of these.
So like here's something. So say like a newer player, like a small group, come over here where all these like iron deposits are, and that's all they do is collect iron and stuff. And then you have a kingdom that comes and you trade with you to like buy the iron off of you. Like that would be interesting, but a big group like this might just have people that do that automatically, not even facilitate trade. Or they just like come over here and harvest all your materials anyway. Like, do you want to build a giant defensive area just so you can mine like ore if you find a good deposit? Because I wouldn't mind having up a mining operation and like selling goods to like big clans, but I don't feel like it would be very easy to defend your area if the clan decided to just take it.
I also wish that oh, what's these? Oh, those are more. I wish that you were able to mine more of the other types sizes of rocks, like this one, for example. Like, it would be nice if there were other stones that you could mine for stone. I just think that would make sense, you know? Oh, shit.
I'm kind of hoping that they have siege artillery at some point, though. Trebuchet would be nice.
What's this? Is there anybody here with me?
Although realistically, trebuchets weren't used that often for like sieges and stuff. Like you had catapults and things, but trebuchets would be kind of expensive to lug around. Also, like if they do siege weapons in the game, are they going to be like build a siege weapon and it's stationary, or can you like push it around? Because pushing a siege weapon around on a big map would be very annoying.
Wait, did everybody else die?
Actually, a solution that I think would be manageable there is if they add mounts to the game, have like a carrier wagon, and then you have just the siege artillery or whatever be a wagon that your horses carry. And then the heavier the siege weapon, the slower the horses travel. Maybe that would be a decent enough solution. Or just build it on site. Either way.
Fuck that, I am not going in there. I'm gonna die. I'll go in there real quick. See if I can avoid these guys. Fuck, 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 fuck. Run, bro, run, bro, run, bro, run, bro. Roach out! Every man for himself!
I'm wondering how good the shield is in defense. I wish he would equip a shield so we could
okay,
see.
Oh, we're all here. We're all here now. Okay, good. All right, let's see if we can go in there.
If a shield blocks all damage and stuff,
Yeah,
like
just
I
kill
feel
the-
like you could clear these guys
There
out.
you go. Good job. Oh my fucking god.
I kind of like their little Templar
Get 'em.
look though that they got going.
Okay, I probably shouldn't be using that. Good job. Okay.
It wouldn't really make any sense because it's like medieval times, but like as much as I would love to do Gundor or something or Dragon Knights, like I feel like the Roman thing coming in back in here could be good too. The Roman army.
Bad. Okay. Oh, what's in the middle? Okay, let's try to make sure that we just get everybody here, okay? Get everybody here and kill anything that comes up here. Bow sight? The fuck is bow sight? Be careful, guys. Be careful. Oh go in there and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. There we go.
It looks
we're
like
good.
that shield's working pretty good.
Okay, start clearing these guys out. Try to kill all of them. Like everybody kills one guy. Like focus target. Well, that's a Halabardo. Get on him. Good job. Okay, we'll go up in here. What the fuck is this?
Kind of looks like a Skyrim ruin.
Oh, this guy's got a lot of health. Okay, good. Hopefully there's not any more of them. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Get him.
You know what this reminds me of is Warband. It's like MMO Warband. And except for getting NPCs to like ally with you, you get players to ally with you. Because like the Warband, the combat isn't really that complicated, but it would be interesting enough to fight with, you know?
There you go. Good job. I guess this is some sort of like some sort of thing. Okay. I'm gonna go over this way. It's amazing, yeah. Oh shit!
Mace.
It's a erectifier. Oh wow. Damn, that looks really nice. Kill this guy right now too. I feel like the strongest mobs in this game so far are bears. Like, I haven't seen anything stronger than just like a plain old fucking bear.
That would make sense though, because bears are fucking dangerous. You know, like a dude with a sword is you know, a dude with a sword, but a bear is a fucking bear. And if this is a real life game and a bear is hard, imagine these mythical creatures they're gonna add, like a dragon. You know, like they said that you're supposed to be able to look up mythology of how to beat things with dragons, and like the only thing I know about beating dragons is sometimes like in stories and stuff they have like a weak spot on like where their heart is, you know. It's like weird stuff like that, or like a dragon scale, like a certain sort of metal. Imagine building a castle and a dragon just comes and wrecks your stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna go down this way. I'm gonna run away. I'm running, guys. I'm running. I'm trying to get out of here. Any ranged attacks? Yeah, you have bow and arrow. I just don't have one. Okay, in a minute I'll show you guys on the map. This is where I am on the map. Oh, you can actually just see me on the map. Because we're all in the same clan.
It doesn't seem like the travel time across the
There's
map
more
is too
rocks
bad.
here. We don't really need to worry about that. Damn, bro. Look at that. Did you ever climb the Olympus Mountain? I did. We went all the way to the top, and what ended up happening was that we couldn't build up there. And so because we couldn't build up there, I left. So we moved back down here, and we've just been building up our castle in like the same area that we were at. I'll see if I can get up to there. Go to the orange biome. Yeah, I probably should, right? Well, I'll look at some videos and screenshots of other places in the game. Did you already play the Alex Jones game? I didn't play it, bro. I beat it. I beat the whole fucking thing. I stopped the New World Order. I stopped the globalists. I didn't take the vaccine. I'm not eating the bugs. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm out of the Matrix. Okay, just keep going this way. Who the fuck?
Wolves.
Okay, that's just some dogs. Made the frog, yeah, made the frog straight, yeah, clearly. Found out the moon landing was a hoax. Yep, true, 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 true. Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to find out, like, how they're going to, like, what is gonna be the gameplay loop for this, right? Like, how do you incentivize somebody who, after they accomplish certain things, like, what keeps them, what makes them keep playing, right? And I'm just not sure yet.
I think the PvP and I think PvE elements are going to be what does it. So if they have monsters like the dragon and the basilisk and mythical creatures in the game that actively hunt castles down and groups of players, I think that would be the incentive to stay. But then again, like if you build something massive and it gets absolutely destroyed by a dragon, people would end up quitting. But it's just like most other survival games. Like if they are able to just stockpile loot for a long period of time and not have any challenge, they're going to stop playing. If they're getting raided and stuff consistently every day and they can't ever get anything done, they're going to stop playing. You know, if there isn't any PvP and there isn't anything that you can raid, people are going to stop playing. You know, it's just like stuff like that. But usually the PvE element I think is potentially the best focus that these games should do. As part of the reason why I like Scum so much is because they were going down that pathway as well. Because although people like doing PvP, if your PvE elements are strong enough, then that can kind of be a supplement for PvP. But a lot of people just like messing with real world players and making them rage. So you always got people like that.
Is this a player area? What the hell is this? PvP? Yeah. Oh, it's a quarry. Oh, that's cool. Can I move that? No, I can't.
It seems like that would be the kind of stuff that people would take over. It seems like that's a resource spot on the map. Like if that's a quarry there, I'm assuming that guilds or smaller groups of players could take that over and repair it and use that for like stone generation, which would be kind of interesting.
Okay, let's
More
go this
so
way.
than like harvesting a node, you know?
Go down as treasures? No, I don't think we can go down, right? Yeah,
Like
I'll
I'm
go and I'll
assuming
look
the
into it, but I don't
quarried
think there's
stone from that is
much there.
probably a lot better than the cobble that they made their castle out of. And in this situation, like if this quarried stone is a lot stronger than that cobble that they built their castle out of, the stacked pebbles, because those just look like stacked pebbles. I don't even think they had mortar. Um, you could still use these as decorative blocks on the outside. So you build your cobble wall and then you get these, put them on the outside. The cobble would still be the bulk of the filler. That's kind of how they did castles in the past anyway. So you have like your external wall pieces and then you have the filler on the inside. The externals look nice though.
I'll double check. Yeah, it's just an area. No PvE mobs? Oh no, there is. It's just that like right now the goal of this, I think, is to just kind of test the servers, see how players are interacting with the servers, see how, you know, people are liking the building. Like basically just kind of as a vibe check for the player base, right? Because it's important to do that really early on in a game, because if you don't do that, then you know, you're just gonna have people that are just out of fucking nowhere like, okay, well, we don't like this, but now the game is like so far set.
I like the idea of food being like health potions though, like a lower tier health potion. So let's say like hunting, you cook food, like cooked meat or something is like the base standard, like small regen. But if you were a chef and you like the best chef meals should be equal to the best, say, medical meals, or the best chef meals are kind of close to the best medical stuff. So like if you have medical health potions, chef food, and like magic healing, all of those would be viable options for healing in the game. I like the idea of something like that potentially.
In its ways, that it's really hard to like, oh, okay, never mind, we'll just undo everything.
Because it's like a
Are there
reward
females in this game?
for doing it,
Yeah,
but without
yeah.
it being punishing. It's basically like if you hurt
Yeah,
yourself
I
in
mean,
the game,
it's not the perfect
you need to
game,
do
but,
it more.
there's some. Let's see here. Go up this way. There's girls, yeah. Guys in real life. Yeah, true. Well, no, there's actually, I know there are like multiple like girls that play this game because I like gave them keys. But like I gave Silvervale a key too because I thought she'd like this kind of a game.
I'm hoping this game doesn't end up like a lot of MMOs where everyone's
Ooh,
playing
somebody
girl
lying over here.
characters. Because it would be kind of annoying
Just a
just to
random
see like
guy?
a whole map full of girl
Oh, what the
characters.
fuck? He's just chilling, man. Just a random dude with no shirt on and tattoos mining. Does this mean we're about to go to like somebody else's area? Well, I wonder.
Says somebody
looks like
else's
a good
area.
slug
There's
under it.
no other
Well,
body
no,
else's area, man.
I'll make sure that she's in the guild and everything, and so, you know, her community and everybody can, no.
Unless there's another streamer on this server, like nobody is probably gonna have a big a group as Asmongold on this server right here. Very, very, very small chance that there's another group even remotely his size.
Or like she's really cool, and so I think that she'd love a game like this. Because I know she likes Skyrim a lot, and just looking around, and also Valheim. I like the grass.
The thing that would be bothersome to me with
The
this
wind going
game
over
is
it.
that
It's like an Unreal.
if they limit you on how much you can build, that would kind of bug me a little bit because there's so much potential on these maps for building. Like if there's like one place that you can build per map or something, I might be more satisfied with something like that. But like even this, you see this little valley right here, you could build a wall around this exterior side of this valley and then just kind of build a castle on top of that and make a big zone, you know? Like there's so much like building seems like such a big thing in
The
this
ones in the
game
grass,
that
yeah.
it would really suck if you were a
This
builder and
game
you
is
got
just another
limited.
asset grab. Why would you care about the assets used in the game? Even, so, like, let's assume that the game is an asset grab, right? Assume that it is. Why would that matter to you if the game was fun? Like, if they're using all fake trees, like for example, PUBG used a lot of store assets. Does that matter? Personally, it doesn't. Like, as long as I'm having fun playing a game, that's like the end all and be all for me. So like, even if there were store assets in the game, whenever it gets released, any game, I don't really care. I'm gonna jump. Yo, jump in the middle. Jump in the middle so you don't fall down and die. You can do it, bro. He made it. He good. We didn't know what it is. Did you reach the map limits? No, not yet. The corrupted wharf. Get him. Nice. Oh shit, here's somebody's house. Just some random ass dude. Wow. This is a nice place too.
But you see his chat, like that's the stuff that I'm kind of looking at. Where like as soon as he sees like a random house, the people in the chat are like, raid it. You know, he has 50, 100 people or something that he could easily bring with him, and they could just completely destroy buildings like this in like 5 seconds, probably. You know.
A little dark, but you know, it is what it is. Am I not able to go up here? Yeah, it's like bugged out or something. Yeah, this is actually really nice. Oh, he got a tree in his house. Should I cut down his tree? No, no, I won't. I won't. I won't. It'll respawn even if I do. What even happens? Man. Yeah. Was it dick? No, it doesn't matter. It'll just respawn. It's not a big deal. Oh, wow. Look at that.
I want to see that thing on the left a little bit more. See, like this area looks like
This is another random ass house.
it looks like 4 or 5 houses in an area, so probably just like one house per player. So it's still taking up a decent bit of area, but they don't have nearly the potential to defend themselves as like a big clan, you know?
Oh, it's not done yet. I see.
Yeah. Because at this point in the alpha test or whatever, he's been in this game like a couple of days. So you got to think that if all these people are solo players, they've been playing for a few days as well. They're not fully finished building their house, whereas like Asmongold's community has built massive, massive castles, taken over huge swaths of land with massive buildings everywhere. You know, like there's a giant like trade-off between the two. You know, so like whoever's the big clan on the server is gonna dictate what is built on that server and what the map looks like, I think. And and then everyone else that joins the game is just gonna be like a citizen in that empire. You build where you're told to build, you know?
What's over here?
Or where you
Wait,
can.
did we just run into an entire little village over here?
That's the only thing I'm really kind of worried about.
Oh, I think we did.
But you see, like, these players seem like they're a lot more of, like, solo players, and you can tell, like, each building is just the basic house. And all of those buildings are very, very spaced apart. Because this is what people do in survival games when they're not in a group. You can't force them to like build one mega structure. They don't have an interest in that. They want their own stuff. So they space everything out and they make their own area because they don't want to look at everything. And then when stuff gets cluttered, they fight each other, and people move away. But it's like
Time for war? Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, some of these are really nice. The girth of that tower, this is a really nice tower, man. And it's like everybody here all has like circular buildings. Can we go in here?
this looks like it might be a small clan.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at this.
I want to see some people that like
That's
study
really nice.
See, like these
Yeah, and keep in
stones that
mind,
they're
all
using in their walls, these are just like piled stone. These aren't like mortared stones. This is like cobble. It's filler, you know? So like this would be the interior of a castle wall or something along those lines, like as you built a
these
castle up.
things, somebody built everything here that you see. Oh my.
Yeah, this almost looks like a Japanese dojo. Or not dojo, fucking oh god, what are they called? I don't know, like one of those palaces, like a
My
fort.
fucking god. Jesus, these guys are really going to work. Oh.
That's what happens, man. You get a survival game. It's gonna be battle to the fittest. These guys look like I mean, they're a bunch of basic standard buildings. I'm not exactly sure what these bridges are going to be accomplishing, but apparently they have like, I'm assuming what they did is they built up and then probably the entrance is right here. So they probably have an entrance here that goes forward and then these bridges are defensive. So these underpasses are to travel through and then to go up here. And then they're probably going to put defensive battlements along the entry point. So it's going to be a choke point, I'm assuming. But yeah, the amount of foundation work here, they're definitely going in layers. But these are just standard buildings. It isn't a defensible, like they're not putting up defensible structures. But it's kind of interesting.
Holy shit. It's a
It's
whole other kingdom.
Yeah, there's a gatehouse right there. But like so the difference here, like in my head, is this is a different style. They're not using like stone on everything. They have these kind of white structures. But there's a couple of different things. Like if you have just a standard castle with defensive walls and stuff, you can have your village and all that outside. But in a survival game, your means of production can be useful in a defense. So they usually stick that stuff in the defensible area instead of transferring goods. Um, so there is that. It's like it seems like these guys they're building like blacksmiths and other random structures inside of a defensible area, and then they're putting their player houses outside. So it looks like back here or somewhere around here, they're gonna have their main keep probably. Then they're gonna have defensible structures around the outside, and then their player houses are outside of here. But
It is
there's
a little
not
village over
as
here.
many people
Wow.
in this clan as Asmongold's. You can just tell by how the buildings are.
So they're building a wall around their stuff too. Oh, look at this guy. Bro, he is stacked. Damn, this is really nice. Holy shit. Let's go back down. It's a different clan? Yeah, it's a totally different clan, totally different group of people. I know there's probably like other streamers that have like their own areas, I would assume, but I don't know if this is one of them or not. That's amazing. This is like a giant fucking village here.
See, I think starting out, what I would probably do is build out of wood. I'd build my defensive walls and exterior and stuff with wood. Then I would come back with cobble like this, put it around the exterior of the wood. And then once you get access to more higher grade stone, I would come and put that around the outside of those 3 layers to give it more of a interesting design and look.
Holy. Rob 'em? Yeah. How good does your PC have to be to run it smooth? I don't know. Their village is clean? Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, their village looks nice, but something to note is that if Asmongold wanted to, like none of their players are online in that village right there. Asmongold ran up inside of that village, no problem. with a small group, but he could easily have brought a couple hundred people there. And if there's PvP and you're not online, like you don't have to declare or something, like they could just destroy everything in a PvP situation without anyone being able to defend themselves.
You know, if you're able to just like go and see something like that, I think that really. What the hell is this?
I think they should
Hold on.
have some sort of like political system in this game. I think that would be good. Where like if you find another group, you have to make contact with their leader and then like talk things out and then slowly make your relations get worse before you go into a PvP conflict. So say like you find their area, then you come back, you interact with them, and then like after a week or something, you can come back and kind of like negatively attack them. And then after like 2 or 3 weeks, you can attack them after having a negative attitude. Like once you get to a negative attitude with them, then you could attack them. And that gives them a few weeks to prepare for combat. I think that'd be interesting system. Something similar to like Total War games.
That really adds like texture to the game, right? Like Bigfoot, yeah, stuff like that. Now, you don't want to have them everywhere, because if you have them everywhere, then it kind of removes the like the novelty of it, or not novelty, but like it makes it look kind of like less special. But you want to have them around, right? And things like a dragon, like for example, like if there was just under a rock, like a random rock, there's like a hole, and then you take the hole down, and you know, after like 10 minutes of going in a tunnel, there's like a dragon cave or something like that. That's really cool, because like you want to add things into the game that create like an experience, right? It creates like a memorable experience that a player has. I think that's really like kind of what the fundamental of it is. It's like, how do you create an experience that makes a player remember that moment? Like a lot of you guys probably remember going down the big elevator in Elden Ring, for example. Or
Thought he was gonna say Halo.
going to the Dark World in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Or let me think if I've got a couple more of these. Mysticism is a must. Yeah, you want to have that for sure. Riding an elevator in WoW. Yeah, going to like some place in WoW, for example. Yeah, like I think every player probably has a different experience with that, but yeah, something like that. Going to like the Dragon Eyrie in Dark Souls 2. Like that place is really cool. And it's really nothing like anything else in the game.
That view is pretty nice.
See if I can maybe go up here. Teldrassil first time? Yeah. Like going over the bridge and seeing Anor Londo. Something like that.
The type of items that
There we
they
go.
put in the game for PvP is going to be the stuff that really kind of... Because right now people are free building and doing what they want, but as soon as PvP becomes prevalent in this game, it's going to dictate how people build their structures, I'm assuming. Because like, you could build, say, on this cliffside, but say if there's anything that people can do to like build down or jump down or shoot arrows off of into your castle, like that would be a problem. Like you build a castle here, and then another clan builds ladders up on this mountain that's behind his character, and then they just set up there with like 100 players shooting arrows down into your base, killing your people all the time. Like that kind of stuff would dictate how people are going to build their bases, probably. Compared to like in real life, that probably wouldn't happen that often. Like, yeah, it would be a threat, but people getting the logistics of like moving hundreds of people up a side of a mountain, you know, impassable terrain, building, like in this game, you can build ladders and stuff if you have enough people in like a day. You
Baldur's
could
Gate
build
3
all
does
the
it
way up
so
a
well.
mountain. But in
Yeah,
real
I
life,
haven't
that
played
just
it,
wouldn't happen.
so I can't really speak to it myself. But people say that a lot. One away from Sophia River? Yeah. I wish there were darker nights setting in the options. I don't think that they have the nights done yet. Like, I feel like they don't, because it doesn't really get super dark. It just, it's like a different shader, and it only lasts for like a little bit. So I think we'll probably see like a more involved day and night cycle whenever the game is like actually out, or probably later on in development. Can we go over there? No, we can't. Fuck.
See, I kind of want to find a waterway or something, like a river, like an exit point like this with this mountain, and then just build a giant dam right there. And then, like, when people come and find you or want to attack you, you're just like, welcome to goddamn.
Okay, let's go down here. Actually, I think this is gonna kill us. Alright, I'll try it myself. I'll go first. You made it down to here. Alright, teleport back. We're gonna go back to the castle, guys. This place is rough. Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, like, we're not making it through there. I want to see how far I go down. I'm in the Matrix, yeah.
Sounds are kind of sketchy.
I'm still going down.
If they had an ocean on here, imagine what kind of mythical ocean creatures they could have. Because all this is inland. There isn't an ocean that we've seen so far. But, like, if one of their maps was based on the water and they had boats and ships... Oh, yeah.
Look at this. I don't think this is going to lead me anywhere. What am I even doing? You can see I am actually moving, right? Oh, wow. This is way nicer than it was. So apparently, again, there's like a massive, like, secret, like, vampire raid or some shit. Okay, and let me join, wait, holy shit, you guys are really working. Oh my god. Oh my god. Keep it up, boys. Keep it the fuck up. Let's go. Wow. Jesus. Okay, let me, how do I leave a group? We've had a problem with, some of the blacksmiths and some of the crafters in our guild that have been crafting gear for themselves and then not crafting gear for other people. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. Can you please fucking make helmets for other people? Everybody's getting mad. Start the group? Okay, I'm gonna invite you. Invite me and Foking. Okay, sounds good. I invited both of you guys. I would never. Yeah, I'm just saying what happened. Ooh, drama. Drama. Yeah, there you go. Like, I'm pressing E. Like, let me see what it says. Error creating party, group name exists. So, like, let's just go without a party then. Fuck it, follow me. Okay, let's go. So apparently there's a secret underground vampire raid that the guild discovered last night. I don't know really what to expect coming out of this or going into this, so we're just gonna look and see what happens. Make sure I eat my banana here.
So we know these raids at least respawn once a day.
Follow the fox, my lord. Yep, true. I can craft one later. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, I don't want anybody feeling like, you know, Like they're putting in more than they're getting out. You know what I mean? And so yeah, just make sure everybody gets like their armor. So like nobody's walking around like naked or anything like that. I think also like as soon as we're able to like start looting armor and stuff, that'll improve it a lot. Who are these losers? Moonbait? Oh, that idiot sounds like he's probably going to be in my guild. Okay, let's go this way. Environment looks good. Yeah, it does. It looks really nice. Yeah, we were here on the first day. This guy built his house up a lot. Holy shit. Why is the top of his house erect?
See, this is like something this has only been a couple of days, and there's already this many buildings around on the server. So imagine a few weeks or a few months or a year, how many buildings you're going to see buildings everywhere constantly.
Whatever. What game is this? It's called PAX Day. I don't think I'm in a directory. Let me see if I can change that real quick. Yeah, actually, we're just going over there right now. I'll deal with it later. Tell chat to disband a party you were in so you can make a new one. Oh, because I left the party and I didn't disband it? Oh, shit. I should have thought of that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Going to try the game? Yeah, I know. Let's see what this is. I'm kind of excited. 60 and roll. Good work, good work. Good job.
So like
Good
even
job.
with combat being very basic like this is still something
good.
I would play. It's just like Bannerlord.
Okay.
You got block, you got attack, you
Kinda
got ride a
curious to see
horse.
where we're gonna go here.
That's all you need, man.
This game actually comes
It's
out,
when you
got so
get
much
crazy
experience.
like
Oh, yeah.
skills and
Like
powers and
whenever
stuff
this
that
game comes out,
animations
everybody,
start going into it.
like my guild is gonna be like half of a server. We're gonna be like the we're gonna be like Xerxes' army, where there's like a lot of people in the guild. Now, like most people are probably gonna be garbage, but we'll have so many people that we'll just win battles anyway. Like it'll be like World War Z, you know, where they just like fucking die and then they just climb on top of the dead ones until they get over the wall. That's gonna be my guild. Looks like we had a phasing. Okay, down. No, we're good. Cannon fodders? Yeah. I played games since when? I played a lot of games recently. What do you mean? And I'm sure we're actually pretty far
Just,
away.
yeah, like look
Holy
how
shit.
far they're running.
Answer, yeah, environment.
This is
looks
what I'm
so
saying,
damn
like
good.
the
Yeah, it looks
travel
great.
time in this game is gonna be the deciding, like it's gonna be the time gate, is the travel time. And people aren't necessarily going to like having to manually travel across to do stuff like this. But then you got to put into the fact that if there is PvP along this path, or if anyone builds structures around where you're going, or anyone blocks off your path to where you're going, or you like run into another server army, you know, like you're just some guy running across going to a dungeon and another server invades your server, or, you know, it's like that stuff would be super annoying. Just run across a map and get swarmed by 500 guys. Like there needs to be some sort of like political system in between guilds or like groups in this game, I think, where like they have to engage and like interact, and then like after a week or something they can turn hostile. That way they just can't kill people like out of nowhere, because it'd be, I don't know, like
Will there be a
big
guild
groups are gonna have
uniform?
so much
I hope
power.
that we do have tabards that we can make. Did you see my gate? I don't think I did. Danger dogs, watch out.
Like it's been about like 2 hours
Looks
so
like high
far, and
definition
they've been
Valheim.
running
Great. I love
for a
Valheim.
while.
Get fucked. Get fucked, bro. Like, that's some straight gangster. You think I'm gonna deal with him? Nah, bro. I steal your stuff.
Like if they put
Prime
traps in
Animal
this
Hive,
game,
that's good,
like
too.
my base is gonna be 99% traps if they put traps in a survival game like
I'm
this.
sure they're probably gonna do like more.
Like, as much as I love castles and building like historically accurate buildings and stuff, when it comes to survival games, I build trap bases. I make it absolutely impossible for people to touch anything I have, and then when they get there, they think it was a waste of time, and then they didn't decide to look under the floorboard for like the box of stuff that I had. You know, like you gotta hide stuff. But if they put traps in this game, they're gonna have to put rules on it because then people are just gonna put traps everywhere, and that's gonna grieve even harder. Like you just run through a tree line and you get hit by a spike trap, and then like that happens all over the map randomly. It would be a pain.
Network tests and like tests in the game, and whenever they do, I'm going to.
I guess if they
Look at
did
all the
do
people
that,
trailing behind.
if they made
Here,
it to where you
Fox,
couldn't
let's go
put
ahead and wait
traps
for
on
a
the main
second and let
roads,
everybody catch up.
then people could still take the
Yeah,
roads.
let's let everybody catch up right here on the road.
I want to.
Fireballs! Got him.
I want to see him get to this dungeon thing.
Gonna be good, man. One frag. Whoa. Lost souls. Damn.
Very comfortable gloves. I think that's kind of funny. Rawhide, they had grapes, and like they're spirits, and they had grapes and stuff. Tunic of Aladea.
Look at all that stuff I got.
Leather hairband.
Holy shit. Wait, what's this over here? Everybody come over here. Wild Wisp. There we go, there we go. Get this fucking... Get this fucking... Get this fucking...
Wisp.
Kill him. Kill him, let's go, boys, come on.
But like you can see, like this is placeholder combat stuff, and it feels very much like Bannerlord, except for inside of NPCs you have actual players. It's like it's MMO Bannerlord that's mythical, which I kind of like. Even this basic right now, just attack, block, all that stuff, I'm fine with that in this. You know, it's just being able to get a group of people. Like I don't think that him playing this game is necessarily representative of most people playing the game because he has such a massive audience and a massive group that he can play with. Like it would take a lot of time to just find a small group probably in this
able
game.
to kill it? Okay, all right, we're getting.
And if big groups are if big groups are supplying really high-end gear to players, then that's just gonna feel even more like people are just gonna flock towards the easy gear. Which makes sense. Like I would almost say like if you're a big guild or something in this game, probably what you would want to do is keep all your very high tier crafted armor to your group, and then all your dungeon type gear and stuff, the medium-ish type gear and all that, you like open up trading, like sales to other players, like merchant shops, and then they would go and mine materials for you, come in and buy items for those materials potentially. Because the dungeon armor and stuff that you don't craft, you don't need the materials for that, so you can easily trade.
We're getting it.
That's already the system I'm seeing.
Let me loot this. I'll drop the fucking loot. I don't even care about the loot. I just want to see it so like the chat can see it. Try to let me loot this guy. Oh, I got him. I hit him. I hit him. Got him. Wow, this guy's a real cocksucker, isn't he? We got it. Got it. Or wait. Did it drop anything?
I want to do one more layer on this because they said they're basing stuff off mythical lore, so um, mythology wisp. Just want to see. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure if this is what it is or not. In folklore, a will-o-wisp, Latin for foolish flame, atmospheric, oh crap, atmospheric ghost light seen by travelers at night, especially over bogs, swamps, or marshes. Okay. Typically attributed as ghosts, fairies, or elemental spirits. Okay. Basically, what they've said is that their creatures are based on real world mythology. So, if there's anything that we need to know about, like a wisp or a dragon or anything like that, its details are going to be in mythology. So that's what they're trying to do with the game. So you might not necessarily be able to beat a monster unless you know the mythology around it, which is kind of interesting. It's really an interesting like learning tool as well. I mean, it's talking about mischievous spirits. There's a bunch of other stuff. There's global folklore. I'm assuming they're probably going to go off like European lore potentially. So let's go European. European folklore, the lights are often believed to be spirits of unbaptized or stillborn children. Okay. Trying to lead travelers to the water in hope of being baptized. It almost makes me think, like, if that's what they did, I might look at Britain and stuff here in a second, but if you take it literally in that sense, if they did it based around that, then Asmongold and them just killed an unbaptized child. But on the other sense, that could mean that you're meant to, like, pour water or something on it in the game and not necessarily kill it, potentially. You have to see. Or like this right here: Danes, Finns, Swedes, Estonians, Livians, and Lithuanians, and Irish people are some groups that believe that a will-o-wisp also marked the location of treasure deep in ground or water, which could be taken only when the fire was there. Sometimes magical tricks, even dead man's hand, were required as well to uncover the treasure. It was believed that early autumn was the best time to search for will-o-wisps and the treasures below them. It was believed that when someone hid treasure in the ground, he made the treasure available only at the St. John's Day, and the will-o-wisp to mark the exact place and time so that he could take the treasure back. In Finnish mythology are spots where eternal flame associated with will-o-wisps burns. They are claimed to mark places where fairy gold is buried. They are protected by a glamour that would prevent anyone finding them by pure chance. However, if one finds a fern seed from a mythical flowering fern, the magical properties of that seed will lead fortunate people to these treasures, in addition to providing one with a glamour of invisibility. Since in reality the fern produces no flower and reproduces via spores under the leaves, the myth specifies that it blooms only extremely rarely. In Welkish folklore, it says that the light is fairy fire, held in the hand of Puka, a small goblin-like fairy that mischievously leads lone travelers off the beaten path at night. As the travelers follow the Puka through the marsh or bog, the fire is extinguished, leaving them lost. The Puka is said to be one of the fairy family. The light predicts a funeral that will take place soon. Interesting. So some of this is saying that it's meant to be like a trickster, like it leads people astray, puts them in a bad situation and disappears, and then other people are saying that it leads to treasure. This one's saying depending on how some people treated the spirit, it would bring them farther into the woods and get lost or help guide them out. Stuff like this. So this one's saying that it gives them a safe, reliable way through bogs. So, I mean, I guess that would make sense in the game if they have set roads, that if they have marshy, bogged areas without any roads, potentially the will-o-wisps would be there to lead people. That could make sense. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff on that. But I just find it interesting to look up the mythological lore in different areas about some of these things, because potentially that's what the game is going to have when they make these creatures in the game. So this will-o-wisp could have been guarding, like it was running around in circles here. It could have been, tricked. It could have been, wanting to be baptized, so you like splash water on it for a reward or something. Potentially, maybe it could have been like showing you the location of treasure. So if there's a way to like dig up or cut down trees in the area.
Oh, you got a torch from that too, and an agate and a pearl.
I feel like these loot tables are potentially placeholders as well. Like on the normal standard human bosses, it seems fine, but like these spirits and stuff dropping like torches and things, I think that's placeholder.
Don't think it dropped anything. Yeah, maybe it just didn't loot anything. Okay, let's go. The wildlife to us. Oh, I'm trying to cut down a tree and not kill the ants, because we do need a lot of the resources. But yeah, all the combat stuff is fucked up.
See, but he's fine playing this game right now, but once all their stuff is built, like where are their resources and time gonna go besides PvP?
We got him. I think they need like other larger animals, like in the plains. You know, maybe like a moose or something, like an elk. Like New World has that, and I think it's kind of cool. You know how like the plains in Valheim has the locks, or like the abominations in the swamp? Mammoths? Oh yeah, mammoth would be nice. There it is. Yeah, we need naked. Wait, somebody says slow down. Everybody slow down. Stop, stop, stop. Everybody chill. Bears should be an actual threat. I mean, they kind of are. You can barely kill one. Everyone? That's okay. I just want to make draw. Right? Wrong way. You're not. He knows who is down here. Want? Are people dying? Or, you know, Dota or something like that. Oh, what the fuck?
See, this right here is a ruin, but this is a bigger one with balconies, higher areas, already got walls. Like, if you could build near this, I would say people would probably claim this. You build around it, you build the fences around it, and it's like a central area that you could use to farm basic materials and stuff.
Small equals bad? Well, yeah, I think so. Like, if nobody plays your game, that probably means it's a bad game. What the fuck is this? Okay, there we go. Zevian lookout. Okay, we'll kill this guy. Bad take, bro. Doesn't have to be competitive. Huge guild PvP would just be fun. Well, that's fine, but it needs to be consensual PvP. Because if you don't have consensual PvP, you're just going to have somebody who is... You have players who make it their goal to make other people not have fun. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's go down here. I can rest, yeah, and then, like, guess what happens whenever somebody makes it their goal to make somebody else not have fun? Well, then the other people that aren't having fun quit the game. And then you don't have a game. What the fuck? Let me turn down the sound effects real quick. Okay. Holy shit! Oh my god! I think I aggroed, by the way. I'm sorry. Look at this. Oh my god.
So it's like stuff like this, like they're coming down in here as a group and they're fighting all these things, but there's body blocking in this game. So really what they could do, and probably what they should do, is have 1 or 2 rows of shields, or like have 1 row of shields, 1 row of spears, and then you have a row of archers or whatever shooting over the back, you know, or like shield, shield, spear, spear, something along those lines. And you just use your shield wall as a defensive formation to keep the mobs off.
I've never even seen something. Holy shit. Okay. Are we okay here? Yeah, we are. All right, let's go down this way, guys. Let's go down this way. People are fighting here. Let's go help them. Okay, he dead. We got some blueberries from his ass. There we go. Good. Nice. Okay. So is this it? This doesn't look that... Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Now, I'm wondering, like, if you can build chests or any kind of storage down here, because this is a dungeon. This is underneath that castle. So if somebody finds this and you build a defensive area around it, you can take this as your central castle area. You'd have vampires and stuff to kill, and then this whole underground chamber that you could potentially bury stuff in, which would be kind of interesting because it gives you at least some like NPCs that can defend your stuff while you're not there if you can build down here. That's if.
This is
I like the
insane.
design and stuff though.
Can I loot this? Is this a thing? Oh my god.
Yeah, like none of these mobs are a threat so far in the game, but if these ever become a threat, I feel like tactics are going to
fucking
matter a
weapon.
lot here. Because right here, it's just a melee fest. Just people run in, start meleeing stuff. They're overwhelming it, they're killing it. If these become like a threat, very high health pools or damage or something capable of taking out many enemies, I think shield walls need to be pretty powerful, and like formations could become key to like doing dungeons instead of just like skills, you know? There's a lot of real world like military formations that would be really interesting to use. But that kind of stuff's always
Look at that.
complicated to teach people in a game. Half the people don't care about all that stuff.
Are there treasure chests here or anything? Like, I'm just looking around. Holy fuck, this place is huge.
That's something that never made a ton of sense to me either. Like, I mean, in real world, you have people that ran around like this
Oh
and
my
fought
god,
people,
look
sure,
at this.
because this isn't like a structured military line. But people in MMOs will spend time to learn like positioning and skill rotations for like MMO content and boss fights, but they won't take time to learn positioning and like actual real world military formations for like
Jesus.
structured
Oh, we
combat.
got 2 cocksuckers. We can bring them over to the group. Oh, I might die. I might die. I might die.
Interesting vampire designs too.
Pay the heal.
I feel like vampires should like put some sort of like
Thank you, sir.
debuff or bleed mechanic or
Let's
something
pass you.
on
Alright,
people.
there we go. 4 HP. Yeah, I just ran away. It's no big deal. Holy fuck. Or there's an imp.
Or like booby traps. If they ever add
Look at
booby
that dick
traps,
sucker right there. Look at that dick sucker. We got him. He dead.
I want to look up the mythological story on imps. Similar to a fairy or demon, frequently described in folklore and superstition, the word may perhaps derive from the term, whatever that is, used to denote a young, grafted tree. Minor magical creatures with big appetite for the spotlight, always desirous of attention. Sounds like a cat or a dog. They act through practical jokes and small outbursts of magic, trying to get anyone to pay attention to them. They're so small and unimportant that they don't succeed at getting much attention. Huh. Switching babies and cradles or leading someone astray in the wilderness. Has a knack for shape-shifting. Many are good at conjuring up fire. Huh. During the Christianization of the Western Europe, imps were transformed from attention-seeking pranksters into satanic minions. Imps were lumped into the hunt with witches and warlocks. They were believed to take shapes of black cats, rats, or toads. Interesting. Very interesting. See, all these creatures potentially having real world mythological like input, I would have never known that about imps. I've played in many a games with imps over the years. I've never thought of them like I knew they were kind of mischievous, devilish. I didn't know the like anything like that based on them. Kind of interesting.
He dead. He dead. He dead. He dead. He dead.
Nothing in there screamed good loot to me, like
Oh
maybe
my God.
magic.
This place is fucking massive. I think we have to go down this way.
But this is just placeholder combat, and like
That's the map.
I mean, it's basic, but it's
We don't
like
really have much of a
the
map.
dungeons and stuff. So like all this combat, very basic. I would say it's similar to Bannerlord, so I don't even say this is terrible. Like I could live with combat like this, but right now it's placeholder, and I'm looking more at like the design of the dungeons, the design of the mobs. All that stuff looks pretty good, you know? It would be cool
Yeah,
if it
nice
was a
map,
destructible
exactly.
environment, but
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
whatever.
Oh my God.
I actually think that's something that would be really crazy to have in a game. Like, so say like the finals, that game that's coming out, it has those buildings, right? And everything in that place is fully destructible. Well, what if you had dungeons in a game that you loaded into and the dungeon was a fully destructible environment? So like you can go fight the dungeon boss or you could just destroy the whole dungeon and collapse it on top of them, you know?
What in the fuck is all
Be
this?
interesting.
Fox down? Okay. Get him up. We're reviving you, man.
I don't know how they're going to balance these revive mechanics and stuff in the future. It's not very
just stop if
punishing.
you're
Like,
under
it's just
half
an
health,
alpha
guys.
test, so I don't expect it to be punishing, but
Holy shit. So is this like the boss room here? Loot cache? Wait, where's the cache?
I would have expected, like,
Oh,
some
fuck,
traps in
interesting
here.
loot pile. Search.
Interesting loot pile.
Maybe I need to throw something away.
That's kind of an interesting way to change. If this is what a dungeon is, if that interesting loot pile is like, a guarantee that everyone gets a piece of loot. I kind of like that idea because so far, every time they've killed a mob, just whoever clicks it gets the loot. If everybody gets their own item out of that, I like that idea. That's a pretty good idea. And I kind of hope that there's something like that for like materials because the material system right now, I feel like somebody could grief you while you're trying to farm materials if they were good enough. But this pile of loot idea, I kind of like.
Okay.
It's also in a random location.
I have to spam it? Okay.
Also, the background
you guys-
music is, I don't know if y'all are listening to that, but the background music's pretty nice. Just it's very simple, but it's pretty good. Just like because this is an alpha test, just the music design, you know, it's just kind of you get a feel of what it is. I don't think there was any music in the open world so far that we've heard, but this is the first time I've actually heard it.
Is getting anything out of it? It helps if it's one at a time. Only one person can root at a time. Everybody make a line. Everybody make a line. Make a line, guys. Make a line. Make a line back over here. Make a line. Single fire. Single file. Let's go. Okay, Foking get, yeah, Foking just don't loot. All right, All right, nobody's looting. All right, Kamikaze, you go first. Okay, let me see if I can do it. After you, Fox, I'll try and do it.
Cloth trousers. Cloth gambeson. Dress, trouser. Kite shield. Target shield tier 2. Interesting. None of this is supposed to be the most powerful loot in the game, but just note that this could be farmable.
Wow. Wait, Fox, you got a sword? And a helmet?
The helmet looks pretty good, actually. That's like a classic, good-looking helmet. I like it. I really hope that, like, I know they've said the best items are
Holy
going to be
shit.
crafted in the game, you know, and I'm fine with the best items being crafted, but I really hope it's kind of like Guild Wars, where, like, the best items in the game give you, like, a 5 or 10% bonus over, like, some of the other stuff, because I actually would like to just set up an area to farm, like, dungeon items and stuff like this, and it's, like, have a store, you know?
Here, let me try and loot it again.
Like, if I get into a PvP conflict and I'm
'Cause, like,
wearing
maybe I
dungeon
didn't
armor and
already
you're
search.
wearing
Okay, no, never mind. Oh, maybe
crafted
my
armor, I
inventory
would
was
like to
full,
have
so
a
I didn't get
chance just
everything.
based on tactics.
Yep, alright, everybody keep looting. No space? Yeah, I know. Maybe I got cheated.
Oh yeah, and I also
Everybody
figured
keep
out a
looting, let's go.
solution to my gym like problem, I think, because I was gonna build this whole room and build a gym. They have e-gyms now.
I got the rare cloth.
I don't know who's
Oh,
looked
this
into
here,
that, but
linen
there's
cloth?
there's one that goes up to like
Is linen
440
cloth
pounds,
rare?
but it's like 3 grand. But I feel like there's a lot I could do with an e-gym. It's like 4 foot wide,
Yeah?
only like 80
Someone else
pounds.
says
You
no.
stand on it. I just wouldn't be able to do Olympic lifts. We get 2 of
No,
those,
no,
go up to
we'll
like
go through all
880
these.
pounds. I could see it. Save so
Silk
much
cloth
space and
too?
hassle.
Holy
Don't have to
fuck.
move a bunch of weight
Yeah,
around
make
or
sure that we
anything.
loot everything that we get, guys. We've only got a few more people. Wait up, hold up. Everybody don't just let's be patient, guys. Let's be patient. Make sure everybody gets their turn, okay?
Like bare minimum, I can still build an at-home gym, but
Oh, build
use
by
the
doing clay?
e-gym
Yeah, you gotta go over to
like
the
as a
river.
dumbbell rack, because you could still use it for like dumbbell exercises, shrugs, calf raises and stuff. Single leg.
Alright, Dodie should be the last one. Is cooldown done?
I want to see if there's anything else going in here. My question is, how fast do these mobs respawn? Because if these mobs respawn like every 10 minutes or something, you could literally just set up a base right outside of here and farm these guys and get a ton of swords and armor and cloth.
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
Even if it isn't the best quality. Like, something to think about. We don't know how the death mechanics are going to work here either. Like, if you go into PvP, if you die, is your loot, like, can people loot your gear that's off your body or not? If they can't, then stuff like this might not matter as much. But if they can, having access to high volume, decent gear could be very, very good for like base defenses and attacking bases. Because you wouldn't necessarily want to bring your best gear into a fight. You know, just kind of like militaries don't always equip their soldiers with the best gear. You might have specialized units or like veteran soldiers that have like really high tier gear that you can use in formations on the battlefield. But good quality, just generalized gear that have good surplus in, easy to get, very, very valuable in like military aspects. I kind of like that idea if you are lootable in PvP.
What is this? Oh wow.
Because you don't have to craft any of
We
this
should
stuff.
loot everything, guys. Wait, what's in here? Oh shit! Here, come back, guys. Whenever you kill them, come back after you kill them.
Shadows and stuff look good.
There's like a secret passageway here.
We haven't seen any in-game chat system or even like a Dark Souls chat system. I think Dark Souls kind of chat boxes would be decent because like if you do voice chat, you're gonna have people trolling and yelling and screaming. You know, they never, just act normal with that stuff. But if you have a few voice lines that you can be like fall in or follow, um, like trade, and then like materials, like you could say trade iron, trade sword, or like trade weapon, trade iron, you know, like one word phrases that you could put into a thing to kind of tell people what to do, or even like subgroups. Like we don't see the group system. Like in Guild Wars 2, you have the commander, and you can put subgroups and lieutenants, that puts people in their own designated areas to kind of manage it. I think that stuff would be nice. Because he's talking inside of a stream right now to these people, and they can hear him and listen. But if you don't have him like in Discord or anything like that, you're going to be sitting there trying to type stuff out.
Oh, special box. Get in the line. Get in the line. Get in the line. Come on. Let's go. Line. Line up. Line up. Let's go. Come on. I'll drop some stuff up on the top here, so if anybody wants to hold on to it, I'm going to drop it up here. We got some bone fragments, other stuff. I'll drop the... Because I don't have, like, people we got to... Mobs drop line for iron, so maybe this is, like, power... Make sure that you're... Silver ingots.
I'm waiting for him to go down there so I can see what he gets.
Keep in mind like what the easy stuff for us to get is, and then just leave that if we have to, and keep the good stuff.
See, now if they're trying to base everything on realism, I would think that this armor that they're getting out of this dungeon is at least decently okay. You know, like maybe the durability's worn down, but it's still metal armor. It looks like it's steel. You know, like I don't know how much better you could craft, like maybe you can get like plate armor or something with more protection, but
like raw iron ore is like really good.
Armor is armor, man.
Okay. What does I get?
Starter bow. Silk cloth.
Starter bow. Oh, all right. Didn't get anything Sag. It is what it is, man. It's a rigged game. Down to the other area.
I actually think like WoW players would have a pretty good advantage in this game, because like these guys, I would assume at least a decent amount of his audience probably have played WoW in the past, and the way they organize their like dungeon raids and stuff in that game, where they like manually kind of dish out loot and stuff, I feel like would kind of play into a lot of this kind of game, you know.
By the way, the only reason why I'm not doing combat is it fucks up the music, and I think it'll fuck up the ambience for you guys. That's the reason why I'm not attacking. Oh, we're in the Mines of Moria now. What the fuck is this?
Fly, you fools. I thought that was water.
You guys can pull the mobs over to us if you want.
Oh, it is water, okay. Yeah.
What's this over here?
Interesting. I wonder if their spells will have any environmental effects later, like, cast ice or something, freeze the water. Or like underwater
go.
combat. Morbus Cultivator.
Is there anything behind here? No. Alright, what about over this way? Ooh.
See, their future updates for these AI and these creatures that they're putting into the game is a big, big part of what they're doing. That's just something that we're gonna have to keep an eye on, because like you look at even like these names, like the Zebian Gorger. You know, like what is a Zebian? You know, like can you get vampirism from the vampires? Is there any sort like once they start getting into the combat systems, we're gonna need to see some big improvements probably with some of these AI. Um, but I think PvP is probably going to be the main focus. But for a PvE player, the AI is going to be really important.
This way. Over to the left, guys. Damn. This place is fucking massive.
I wonder if there's
Oh my
multiple
God.
entrances or not. I think it would be nice if there was multiple entrances to these dungeons. Like say, so this dungeon was underneath that castle. If I'm recalling correctly, this is underneath that castle they went to. But it would be nice if this dungeon had like 3 or 4 different entry points. So if it was a PvP zone, you can't just blockade one entry point, and you could potentially have PvP inside this dungeon from different groups. I think that'd be pretty good.
Nope. We get him.
Tin ore.
Nice. Just be careful if you're getting low, guys. It's not a big deal.
I mean, as
Put
far as
torches
we've
on
seen,
back,
it's
it's
when they
too
get
bright.
knocked low, if they get revived, they go back to full
Dude,
health.
these areas are massive. Holy fuck.
It's a big area, but it's not like it's
Thank you for the
super
heal.
complicated. Like they're not building, crazy, unique, custom stuff this whole way. I mean, it's walls, stairs, just classic old school dungeon. You know, but there's nothing wrong with that necessarily in a game. You don't have to have the craziest dungeons in the world.
What is this? Oh. Don't let this guy die.
I was talking to
Resin,
someone in
resin.
Guild Wars 2 not too long ago about Too Human. I couldn't remember the name of it. Too Human. It's about um like Loki and Zeus and Balder, and you play as Balder, and it's like technological, but you're still a god, and you fight robots and stuff. And its dungeons were like this basically. I mean, it was, or even like Hellgate had like random generation dungeons that just had set assets, but the dungeon changed all the time. It was perfectly fine for a game like hack and slash. When you hit those big bosses, it was a big, big boss.
Yeah, just resin. It's not a big deal.
Because like when you think MMO, you're thinking like crazy spell mechanics, crazy bosses you got to learn. But when you're thinking of something like akin to say Bannerlord, you could just make it a numbers fight. Where like you have 50 people and these NPCs have like 130 NPCs just rushing at you, and just have a giant mosh pit fight in between the two of you. Where instead of you needing like skill prowess and stuff, like yeah, it would be that, but it would be like tactical. Your players should be able to overcome those odds. And if you're in a smaller group, you just have to slowly aggro fewer and fewer enemies at the same time, where a bigger group could go in there and fight all of them all at once and just have a big fight.
It just keeps going. This is fucking insane. Magnificent loot trove. Everybody make a line. Everybody make a line right. Let's go. Let's go. Two lines. Two lines. As soon as you get one side, go to the other side. Oh my god. Foking. Foking. What did you get? 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 He says, oh my god. Golden armor? No way. No way, bro. No way. No way. Can you drop it? I'll give it back to you. I just want to see it. JK, I got fucking grapes. Oh, fuck you. After you get that item, after you get the loot from over there, come over here and loot this box too. One-handed mace, tier 1, okay.
Magnificent
I got a big
loot.
dick helmet. No, you didn't. Liar. Okay, what's in here?
Arming sword. I don't know exactly how I feel about it. They've said that the best items in the game are going to be crafted. And earlier, like, he has a huge group, and he has people that are dedicated blacksmiths. And people were complaining because the blacksmiths were making items for themselves and not anyone else. So basically, they're making their stuff and then they're going and playing the game instead of sitting there crafting 300 pairs of armor, which makes sense. But like gathering stuff out of here is good, but it's not going to be the best. And I don't know how that's going to work exactly in the game. Because like I would like there to be something on the map that drops high tier loot, like the best loot that you don't have to craft.
Arming sword tier 1, and I got 7 wool cloth. Okay, that's kind of nice.
Or like some sort of legendary weapon that you could find.
80 damage. Oh, mine's not really that good. I'm gonna drop some of these. This animal hide here. Drop the 10 as well. I'll actually keep that aside, so we want to loot that one. Very good. Oh.
The single files kind of... I feel like they're going to have to fix that.
Golden helmet. We'll see what happens. I think that's probably just bronze, though. It's not really... Or copper. Probably copper, because we have copper ore. Arrows if you want. No, don't worry about it. Drop all the common stuff.
Kind of would make sense that these vampires have like crappier gear though if they've been down here for like 1,000 years. In a ruined castle. Before there's steel.
Gold and steel ingots? Okay, here we go. This is my turn. Big loot, big loot, big loot, big loot, big loot.
Earring tier 4, earring tier 5. Ring and earring 5 and 6. Oh, those are recipes. Band of Uthra. That sounds important.
What the fuck?
Oak bark.
What did I just get?
Tier 3 pickaxe.
I don't think I got anything too crazy. I got another arming sword. Maybe more wool cloth. Can I stack this? Recipes? I just got all... I think I got... Because I got the garnet. That's why. The wood staff. The oak bark. Holy shit. That's a lot of stuff. 1K gold? No, I had that. Somebody gave me that. That's not new.
It seems kind of weird to me that like people got burnout on like old dungeon designs as the graphics got worse, and then as soon as like Unreal 5 and stuff comes out, and they bring back old classic kind of dungeons, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal anymore. Like people are fine with it.
This is probably the end of this area. That's just me assuming. I don't really know. let me do.
It's something that doesn't like make a lot of sense. Like this is an area that's under a castle, and all it really is like big hallway, stairways. There doesn't seem to be like any, you know, purposeful room so far, like religious statues. You could say like these areas where the loot is at, like you could just say that this was a treasure trove where people stored loot and taxes, or maybe prison cells.
Okay.
Maybe that would make sense.
Let's go down this way. There has to be a boss.
It's a big ass area to just be
There are
like a
sections
loot.
of staircases we can go. Okay. Let's go down this way. Oh.
See, but if these mobs are on a respawn timer, like I want to know
This
what
way,
the
gentlemen.
timer is. Because like if you get lost down here and all these things respawn, you got to fight them all over again. Or like all those loot areas, can you just like log off and log back on and loot them over and over again? Like these are questions that nobody's testing out in this alpha, and I want to know. This is why you need to give me an alpha test key. Alright, I signed up for it. Didn't get an email though.
Did the enemies respawn? No, this is a new area.
Shoot.
Let's go to the other way.
I think I could be a good alpha tester, honestly. Because like most people, like their concern is the end game in games. My concern is the beginning of games. Like I like playing the beginning of the game, asking the hard early game questions. When it comes to end game stuff, it doesn't really matter to me because as far as I'm concerned, beating games usually isn't that difficult for me to concern myself with getting super hardcore into end game content. If I want to beat it, I just go beat it.
Just get their ass, boys. Let's go.
Imagine
Good work.
fighting all these things as a solo player, though. Or like a group of 2 or 3. Like, this would be somewhat challenging, probably.
This.
Where's
It's
the
like a
boss,
hidden
man?
pathway.
Where's the boss? Acolyte.
On the wall. Oh shit!
Getting somewhere good when the designs of the walls start changing.
Oh my god.
You gotta also think that these are probably rough drafts of the dungeons.
Dude, this place is so
Like, this is
big.
probably like the shell. They'll probably add more stuff later.
Oh my god. Flint air, iron studs, rawhide, generic leather, and red onion. So I got a few items out of that myself. That's pretty good. I'm gonna drop this sword. The sword's not very good. We'll get rid of this dumbass fucking helmet too. I'm dropping some wool cloth. Make sure you guys pick that up, okay? Over encumbered? No, I'm not. Dude, this place is massive. Holy shit. Seriously, I got a good item? No, you didn't. So what we need to do is we need to just build like we need to get like a party to like come over here and loot everything. This feels like a real dungeon. Yeah, it does. In front of me? Where are you, fucking? Oh, okay. Okay, where? Good back. Fox, wait, what drop? What y'all get? He stole the Fox, did you steal the helmet? Look at him. Oh my god, he stole it. Yeah, he stole it.
Crusader
fucking
helmet.
bitch. Okay, let's go. What are you guys looking at? Tarjay shield.
Targe. Targe shield.
That was a Tarjay shield. Did I get it? Okay. Ooh. You know, tier 1 shields, we have 50, yeah. I have to go and do the podcast in like 5 minutes. So like, let's see if we can explore as much as we can. And then I have to teleport out.
Something I would say is kind of interesting.
This as much as I can. No, I mean, I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen, right? Don't let this guy die. Heal him.
Like, I'm speeding up the video,
Okay.
watching them run around, and you just
no,
look.
yeah,
So
this
like,
is
you look at their
crazy.
normal movement speed, and when I speed up the video, they're running faster,
Amazing, this is
and it
combat
doesn't
with
look
Throne of
terrible.
Liberty.
Like, you see
Throne of
that? Like,
Liberty
the
was
speed
really
isn't
bad, to
bad,
be
but it
fair.
isn't like super fast. Then I speed it up. Like, the turning speed is a
Holy
little
shit.
bit much, but that running speed actually doesn't look too bad.
This place is fucking massive, man. This is probably the biggest dungeon that like. Oh wait, maybe it's this way, or did we come from this way? I think we came from this way.
Like, that should be sprint speed.
Yeah, we did. Okay, I get it now.
Like, that's how fast you should sprint, and then you have the normal ones, you know?
Oh my fucking.
Yeah,
this is
shift
insane.
sprint.
This is nuts. Drop an apple on every turn you make. Oh, so we don't get lost. I think we'll be fine. Oh shit. You're going backwards? No, because the mobs don't respawn.
Mobs don't respawn, okay.
It's like visiting Anne Orlando for the first time. You feel small. Yeah, it is really. It's like very, very, very expansive. 2 or 3 different wings in this dungeon. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, there's a lot in here too. Okay. Oh, somebody died here. Oh no. I don't think this is one of our guys though. It's just some rando. Looks like there's nothing really in here.
So if you die, your bodies stay in the world. It's
Oh
kind of
my God.
interesting.
19 one hit. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Okay. Yeah, this area was fucking crazy. Are there more areas like this in the game? Turn back. Let me see. Yeah.
Now, he says that it's crazy. I don't know if I would say crazy. There wasn't like any super crazy bosses or anything. There's a sheer amount of numbers in there. There's loot piles, which are good. Very much like Hellgate or like some of those older games, you know, just like killing mobs. But if you were a single like solo player or like a group of 3 or something, I could see this being kind of challenging, you know, like you're like keeping yourself healed, fighting multiple enemies, those groups of, 10 or so. But
Yes.
for his group, I don't know if I would
Holy
say
shit.
crazy is the word for it.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is tonight we'll try to explore and find some of them, and then go down and explore them on stream tomorrow. I think that'd be a good idea. I have a feeling that like.
This right here reminds me of Elden Ring. You know that like little dungeon thing that you go in there and it has the tracks with the chariots? You have to like run past the chariots and there's like little entry points on both sides. Oh,
I doubt they've got any bosses in this area yet. I don't think so. But I bet that they have I bet they have more chests and stuff too. So dead mines? Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, I can't do.
here's what I would say too is what happens if they stick a boss in this dungeon? Like, does anyone even think? Because they're fighting hundreds of the NPCs coming through here, right? So their group is going to be fine. Now, if you're going to have the group like this telling the devs that they need to make their dungeons harder and like spawn like harder bosses, like how does a group of 3 or 5 do that? They're going to have to slowly go through all of these things at like snail speed and then fight a boss that like 100 people or 50 people would have to like there has to be some sort of scaling or something for it, you know? Because if I want to play as a solo player and I come in here trying to fight that boss, like
I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like tomorrow. Maybe I'll do dead mines. Maybe I'll do this. I don't want to make any plans or any promises. I'll just do whatever the fuck I feel like. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, right? Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, this is nuts. Vampires, the D marker on the dungeon. Oh, I died. The vampires have the god brand on their back. Wait, what?
just balancing the bosses, I think, is
You
going
mean
to
the mark
be
of sacrifice?
kind of hard.
Aggro.
I mean, I think I would prefer the bosses to be hard than for them to be too easy, because that would at least spark group content. You know, like if you don't go into the dungeon and you're playing in the open world, I think those should be able to be fought with like 1 or 2 people or something, and then the dungeons, if that's group content, then at least you can try to put a group together before you go into here. So I mean, maybe
Down here. All right, let me loot this one before I go. Let me loot this one. Oh, wait, we've already been here. Wait, no? Huh?
So they do respawn.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So either they've already been there and those mobs have respawned in the time that it took them to get through the dungeon, which means that these dungeons are absolutely 100% farmable, and you're probably going to have bots or whatever in the game farming these areas as well, I would assume, for like just stacks of loot, unless there's like a carry capacity or something that doesn't make it worthwhile. But if he hasn't been here yet, then that means that he's been in this dungeon and cleared it before making the video.
I do have to go. I have to get ready for my podcast and drive over there and do all that. I guess I do respawn. I'm not sure. I think that we are lost. Tomorrow, what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna explore around. Come back. There's people dying here. People dying. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna port out. Let me see if I can port out. Okay. Oh, I see. This is how I leave. So you can only teleport to the entrance.
Okay. Teleporting to the entrance is fine. It keeps back travel and stuff down. Also, there's a loading screen to go into the dungeon, so they might be instance based, which doesn't seem terrible. I think what they could do is make it to where the first time that you kill an enemy in the dungeon, it drops loot, but if you do the dungeon multiple times, like, or if you stay in the dungeon and you kill the same enemy over and over, they make it to where no more loot drops. So you would have to leave an instance dungeon and then come back inside potentially. You know, like maybe that might help a little bit with bots, because I mean, I'm sure they can program a bot to run in and out of a dungeon, but I don't know. Maybe that would at least tell you that the dungeon's over, like if you've already killed stuff. But
The bosses in dungeon, but named mobs in dungeon nearby who drop magic gear. Ooh. It's exciting. All right, but yeah, guys, this was crazy. I'm gonna definitely look into some more of this. Apparently, it's
magic
the V's
gear
on the map or something like that. I'm not really sure. So we'll try to explore some.
yeah, I wish they would have gave me an alpha test code though, because like I get that building and stuff is impressive, but they're testing the alpha for the game, right? Development, feedback, all of that stuff. He's come in with a ton of like streamer followers. You know, and the gist is they've kind of been playing the game and they basically built a few massive building structures, and that's his followers that did that, not him. So he hasn't tested any of the building mechanics, how the building system works. He hasn't covered that. He hasn't covered anything about combat. You know, respawning, like, does your character loot, like, does your body despawn after a certain period of time? Is there loot that you can get off your body after a while? Can you farm areas repetitively over time? Can you build next to these dungeon areas? There's like a lot of questions that I would want to test and try out if I got into the alpha test that I just don't have access to. But overall, I still think the game looks good. I'm happy that I kind of saw it and backed it like a while back. There's a lot of things in this game that are very similar to something I would try to put into a game, but I'm not 100% sure on all their details. But I feel like there's still a lot of potential. This is what I've had my eyes on, like, for a while now. I had my eyes on this before Starfield or anything came out. And, like, I didn't buy any of those games. So, as long as my gut doesn't fail me, because it never really fails me in most games that I try, I got a decently good feeling about this, but I feel like I'm also stepping into this realm a bit more than I usually would, because it has game features that I want to see tested in a game as well for like future game developments. But I think it's going to be really nice. It's just I just don't know how the balance of the world's going to be put into effect. However they balance the world for like PvE and PvP combat is going to be big. Like, I really think a system like Total War, where you have like political interactions in between clans, would be very interesting. So you wouldn't just be able to like instantaneously attack and raid people. It would be like you could set up trade relations, you could set up hostility and stuff in between clans, and not just like run into somebody, see that their guild tag or whatever's like Nunchucks 3000, and then you just beat the hell out of them for no reason and run off. It would be more like your group and their group. You run into them, you interact with them, your groups end up basically having a connection between, like, say like a random member from your group meets a random member of another group. Like in Total War, you'd have a fog of war, and as soon as that happens, you get access to a diplomacy tab. And then basically you could make your guilds where you go in for the day, you see your diplomacies tab on your like guild UI, and then basically like click it and kind of send messages back and forth. You're right. Then y'all can decide if y'all want to be friends or not. And if you want to declare enemies on them, you just make them like enemy number one. Now all your people can attack all their people, but either guild group can kind of like opt out of it, or something along those lines could be decent maybe. Or at least make like a time period, like y'all two are in relations, one of the guilds decides to attack the other one, so they go into the diplomacy tab, they declare war, you get 1 week that you can just straight up attack them, but you get like maybe there's a time period, so you click declare war, they have 1 or 2 weeks to prepare, and then you get a week or so that you can just straight up attack them, and then they could trigger the same effect on your clan back and forth. So it'd still be PvP, but it'd be more structured. And then if there's a player that's like in one of those clans and they see, oh crap, we're gonna get attacked, but they're like working, like a buddy of mine, he works at a refinery. He works 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, but he could work and then see like, oh, we're gonna get attacked. I got 1 or 2 weeks to get my shit, move it, or leave the clan, or stash it somewhere else before the raid happens. Maybe that could be something useful. Uh, so I guess that's pretty much all I'm gonna say for the PAX day. We don't have a ton of alpha footage. I could look for more alpha footage on here, but we kind of went over a gist of it. We just saw a lot of travel and everything else. We're gonna play Star Citizen again here in a minute. I still don't think that they have given me my new ship though. So I've tried to buy that ship like 4 times. Something's happened, and I need to upgrade my or update my PC. But then after that, we'll hop on Star Citizen. We'll go and see how that's going because I haven't played it in a few years. Um, my computer isn't top of the line, so we'll see what the performance is like. Maybe it's increased. I don't believe that they have server meshing or anything on there yet, but we will test it out. We will see it here in a little bit, and I just need to get used to it again. Because Star Citizen and PAX Day, and so Star Citizen, PAX Day, and Scum are like the top three kind of survival game slash MMO things that I'm looking at right now for the most part. Just for like the next, few years of gameplay for me. There's a few other games that probably will pop up on my radar on occasion, like Armor Core 6, like I'd heard about rumors like a long time ago, and I was shocked when it came out because it snuck up on me and I didn't really notice. Baldur's Gate 3, I had no idea that game even existed, and then it popped up on my radar right after uh, Armor Core 6, and I played that. So like, there's some games that'll pop up, and I'm sure that I'll play and get interested in. But right now, just the ones that I know of, those are the three that are kind of on my radar for just like playing in general. And I still got Guild Wars 2. All the other MMOs don't really pique my interest a ton, unless like New World, I think is probably good, but isn't exactly my MMO type of game. But if they change a little bit of their combat or something, I might try that, but we'll see. All right, guys, I'll see y'all here in a little bit. I'll restart the stream when I come back. hop on Star Citizen. I'm gonna let my PC update and my Google Chrome, my drivers, and all that, so Star Citizen doesn't have any reason to mess up, and then we'll come back and test the rest of it.